everybody, it's Momma J, and you are on Momma J Way. For those of you who are here for the first time, this is Momma J. My name is Lori, aka Momma J. You are on Momma J Way, and today we're gonna have some fun. I know for those of you who are used to seeing me, you're not used to seeing me with this wig on. Believe me, this is not the norm, and it will not be the norm. It's hot, it's itchy, and it's just not me. But I thought it was something fun to do. So, and I will be taking it off. What's in my cup? Water. For those of you here for the first time, this is a crafting channel. Hence, all the stuff you see behind me is craft related. One day it'll be organized in here enough for you to really recognize what's going on. That day ain't today. Anywho, today we're going to do something a little different. I got some plans, and I want to see how they fall out. I'm trying to flesh out how I want to do things here on this channel. So I appreciate you all coming in, joining me, and watching me, bring this thing to fruition, or shall they say, as they say, bring this plane in for a landing. Renee, Chris, thank you. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening. I know there's a million other places you could be, and you decided to be with me. And for that, I truly appreciate you. Thank you. Ivy B, so glad to see you, dear. I was trying to figure out how to get in touch with you. Listen, you need to email me, or we need to figure out how we can connect, because I need to talk to you. I need to talk to all of y'all. So get ready, because I'm going to be trying to figure out how I can talk to all y'all in a more intimate way. I'm not really feeling, just me and my round brown face on the screen. I want to see your rounds and some brown and some not faces on the screen as well. So we're going to have to figure that out. And even if it ain't your face, if it's your hands doing a craft, if that's what you're more comfortable with, let's see if we can't figure that out. I would like for more of you to join me on the panel in the near future. Anywho, so as I was saying, I got some plans for us today. I want to try to do something a little different. So I want you all to bear with me while I'm trying to, reel this thing in. Ivy B, if you get a chance, reach out to me on IG. I'll be looking out there for you. I'll be looking for you out there. In the meantime, I really appreciate all of you who either came back or shared me out or spoke in other people's lives about me and my tips and tricks. That really went over big. I'm really glad that you all enjoyed it. I plan on putting a whole lot more of that in play, because the day when I decided to do that, I don't remember which tip I did, but when I did it, I was like, I should write that down and share that and see who else is doing that. And then I just started a running list of tips and tricks. And last Saturday, I decided to show a few, but just a few, because I didn't think you guys were going to be interested in me just doing a live full of tips and tricks. But apparently that went over really big. And for that, I'm glad. So I will definitely put more of those out there. And I'm going to try and see if I can't start out my lives, the first, couple of minutes of my lives, with at least a tip or trick or two. If not start out the live, I'm thinking about making one of the days of the week a day where I just record a video and put a couple of tips in each video. I am trying to grow my channel if anyone is interested, but I'm not trying to, I'm not beat for trying to break my neck to go live. I don't. Amanda, glad to see you. So glad you're here, baby. Listen, I need to get in touch with you. I got some plans in the works, and I need you to be a part of those plans. So check me out on IG. Hit me up when you get a chance. Anywho, I'm trying to get the 500. I think it's 500 subscribers. I have 400 and something right now. But my goal right now is not to get monetized, but to be able to do whatever the level before going monetized is, so that I can take advantage of some of the other things that YouTube has to offer. And I think I have to have 500 subscribers and so many watch hours, and I'm nowhere near those watch hours. So like I said, I'm not beat for, I don't believe that YouTube is going to allow me to afford to be able to retire. So I'm not chasing that down that rabbit hole. Speaking of rabbit holes, I got a new rabbit hole, y'all. I told you for Mother's Day, my son bought me a 3D printer. And this is definitely a rabbit hole, y'all. So this little space right here in front of this window, instead of y'all having that glare from that window, you're going to see this 3D printer sitting there. And if it don't make too much noise, it will probably be running behind me during my lives as well. So that'll be a new crafty something to add to the list of things that I do. So if you are in the chat and we have spoken recently, do me a favor and jump into position so that we can, do what we have planned to do today. Mara is mindfully creative, mindfully crocheted, right? It's Mara. Mara. Am I saying your name right? Please tell me I'm saying it right. Yeah, I'm gonna spell it in the chat. You tell me if I'm saying that, if that's right, and how to say it if that's not right. Okay, it's Mara, correct? Can you spell it phonetically? Hey, Kelly, so glad to see you. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. I know there's other places that you could be. I thank you, sweetheart, for joining me. Kelly, please drop in the chat and let us know what time you're going live tonight, because I believe you go live right after me. So let me know in the chat. Mara. I see the thumbs up, so I'm assuming that I'm saying it right. But when you can, if you can, if you could jump into position. Yes, I did do it right. Okay. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. I just need to do one thing. Okay, I think I did that right. Stephanie, welcome in, Debbie. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining us. And what I mean by us is I have my two friends here with me today. Hey.
Hello.
I know Momma J look crazy with this wig on top of her head. This is not her do. This is not her thing. Okay. It might
When
look
I
cute
see you
to
with
y'all.
yours on, I almost grabbed one of mine. I was like,
Listen, this ain't my trip, okay? And my hair is down to about, look, I'm so fat I can't even reach it. It's down my back, okay? But when I straighten it. But so I don't need to put this on my head. I just did it because I thought it was funny for the little short I did today. Give me a thumbs up if you saw my short. I caught myself trying to get it out like right before the right before the live to encourage people to come check out the live. Just a little something to be funny. It wasn't meant to be anything more than that. You know, I like making people laugh. I thought that would be good for laughter. Mara, thank you for joining us. I have some serious plans for us today, ladies.
Excellent.
And for those of you in the chat who are wondering, today is my friends in the yarning community day. It's Content Creator Day. And these are two of many of my favorite content creators. So I'm going to isolate them one by one and give them an opportunity to give their elevator speech. So I'm going to bring you up in the order in which you
I'm shy.
You shy. You gonna be all right. You shy. You are too funny. How do I do this? Oh, there you go. Copy. And then go here. Say paste. No. Okay. All right. Now go here and then go here. Okay. I'm sorry. I had went on another screen and couldn't figure out how to get back here. So I'm going to make Sandrine live first. And Sandrine, if you could tell us a little bit something about who you are, what you do, how you do what you do, and when you do what you do. You good? You good? You Gucci? You ready? Okay.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sandrine, aka Dreamy. I'm shy.
You okay?
I was live last night. We got crunk, a little too crunk, but I digress. And I love doing mosaic. So I'm working on a new pattern on this long project. And I go live Thursday, 3 p.m. Central, and Friday, 10 p.m. Central. And I'm married. I don't have no kids, but I have some nieces and nephews and some great nieces and nephews. And you probably seen Aiden. He is terrible. He's my great nephew, but I digress. He's spoiled. So, yeah, I like to have fun in these streets, baby. Keep it positive and keep it moving. I'm done.
You done?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so very much for joining us on the panel today, Sandrine. You ain't done yet, so grab yourself something to drink, okay? Mara, I'm going to isolate you because they said don't say blow you up. I don't know why, but I make you big on the screen, so I'm blowing you
Make
up.
you big. Yeah, that's what it is.
But
Solo.
yes. I'm gonna make you solo. And if you could tell us a little bit about how you do what you do when you do what you do.
Let me just take a quick sip of water here.
Take
Sorry
your
about
time,
that.
sweetheart. I'm feeling that shawl in the back. That is too cute.
Okay, y'all tell me
Y'all all
what
nice
about
and
that
neat in the
before-
back, and then it looked like this back here. Okay.
Yeah, so my name is Mara. I just really started my channel. I call it like a preemie baby channel. Just really got going making content back in March, the middle of March. And so just for a few months. And I'm all about like mindfulness, both mindfulness and like mental health within ourselves, as well as mindfulness to the environment. In many of my crochet creations, I like to use natural fibers, animal fibers, versus like acrylics or synthetics. I do have skin sensitivities in terms of like synthetics, and so I try to use more natural fibers for myself. That particular shawl behind me is designed by Ursula OM Granny Square, and that is her beautiful friend shawl that I received the pattern through Dreamy's Live one night when she gave us a coupon code to get it for free. So the purpose of my channel is to inspire and educate crocheting enthusiasts, on how to create beautiful and unique pieces while promoting your personal mindfulness and environmental mindfulness. And so through these mindful crochet practices, using eco-friendly yarn, I aim to encourage viewers to engage in sustainable and intentional crafting. So that's about it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for letting us know how you do what you do. We have one more in the basement. Hey, Bo!
Hello.
Hey,
Hi. Great to see everyone. Thank you for having.
thanks, Debbie.
She coming
So
back.
having Dawn. Yeah,
She
she'll
just
be
have
back, y'all.
just having a little technical difficulty. We
Yeah.
gonna
There she go.
wait on her and work with her.
There she go.
There she
Back.
is.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Thank you so much for having me up, Momma J. You look beautiful. Hi,
Oh,
Sandy.
thank you.
Hi, Mara.
Hey, girl.
Hi.
Hey.
You look beautiful too.
Thank you.
Get rid of some of that light up there.
So, Dawn, I'm going to take a few minutes and Chris, thank you so much. I was trying to do it, but my phone will not let me be great right now. I was trying to drop their channel as they were speaking. Dawn, I'm going to solo you. If you could tell us what you do, when you do, how you do, what you do, when you do, what you do. You ready?
I got you. I can do that. Hello, I am Dawn Yarnsall here on the YouTubes, and I'm all about building this community to be a safe place and a wonderful place for us to share our crafts and creations. I'm more of a companion. Let's hang out, chit chat, work on our crafts at the same time while we get to know each other. I go live every Wednesday with Mara here on West Coast Wednesdays and on Fridays with Sandrine for Pajama Fridays.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're very
I
welcome.
truly appreciate you giving me a little elevator speech right quick. So did y'all see my short? I call myself being funny. I'm gonna try and play it for y'all. Hold on a second.
All right, we're ready.
That's what this wig was supposed to be all about. Give me 2 seconds.
Here you go. Wait.
Hey y'all, it's Momma J. I'm headed on down to Momma J way. Y'all stop by. I feel good. Come see what Momma J got in store. I knew that I wouldn't.
That's awesome.
In that moment, I was having a James Brown moment.
That was awesome.
That's where the I feel good. Yeah, that's where I was. It's beautiful outside. It ain't raining. It ain't hot. Today the air quality is better than it's been. I can breathe, y'all.
Oh.
Let me tell you how we need to appreciate the fact today that we can breathe, because this air quality stuff, this ain't no joke, and especially for those who have issues where our breathing is compromised. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny, y'all. So I'm feeling good today. And so one of the things that I wanted to do today was let y'all know that, I appreciate my Yarny community. I enjoy spending time with y'all. I enjoy laughing and enjoy, genuine fun. I don't have no time for no drama. That's why I always say, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, please don't stay. Just don't stay.
Keep that drama for your mama.
Not to mention the fact that I will block you, boot you, bump you, whatever I have to do to get rid of that energy out of my space. That kind of stuff make me itch like this wig is. So this is what I have that make me itch. That's got to go. So y'all just gonna have to look at my gray lovelies.
You still look beautiful.
Listen, you know what I say? I say do you, boo. This me. This me all the way every day. Hey, Crystal, thank you for joining me. So glad to see you. It's one of my God-gifted sisters here. Thank you for joining us, baby. I need to get y'all up here real soon so y'all can see my sisters. So anyway, ladies, there are some others of us. Tanita's here, but she's not feeling well.
Yeah.
Hi, Sunita.
She got a migraine.
When my Sunita ain't feeling good, I'm not feeling good.
Yeah, she got a migraine.
We'll be praying for you, baby. I hope you feel better soon. Ivy, when you get a chance, I IG'd you. And Kelly, when you get a chance, I IG'd you too. But again, ladies, thank you so much for being here. I got a little something that I got planned for us to do. I really appreciate you joining me and entertaining me. So you all are content creators. And since you are content creators, I thought that some of the other people in the chat would like to know some fun facts about you that would encourage them to start their own channel. Sandrine is more veteran. Oh, hold on one second, y'all. Cool. Gotcha. I get it. Thank you. So Sunita is more veteran.
Sunita.
I'm Sandrine.
You looked right at Sunita's message in the chat.
They always call me Sunita, and they always call her Sandrine. It's the S-A-N.
Right, and the people in the chat are saying, feel better, little Sunita. Yeah. So I was reading the chat and trying to talk to Sandrine at the same time. Yeah. Sandrine is more veteran than us, but even Sandrine is new to the whole YouTube streets as far as being live and moving and shaking in these streets as a creator herself. So I have asked people who, have been less than a year or less in these YouTube streets on this live platform to join me so that we could, talk and encourage some of you who might be lurking or in the woods or, just here in the chat and want to learn more about what it's going to take to get you to come out of the woods. Momma J been on YouTube since 2008. Momma J has been in other people's lives since 2020. I think that was the first time I allowed somebody to see my face on a live. But doing my own thing, this is all new. And I was afraid to. I was afraid to get started. I thought I had to have the best equipment to get started with. I needed to know all the best lingo, do all the right things. And, I was inspired to just do it. Just do it. Like the Nike swoosh. Just do it. And these young ladies have decided to do the same thing. So I wanted to, ask these ladies if they could come on the panel and share and discussing with me what were some of the things that motivated them to get started. So one of the first questions that I want to ask you is what was the one thing that made you flip the switch and say, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start going live. Let's just start there.
Well, for me, it was like I done got on so many panels. I see what they do. I want to be in control. I don't want to be controlled. So to be in control, I have to go live. So I went live. That's it.
And before the next person go, I just want to acknowledge some other people who have since come into the chat. Mob's Place and More, welcome in. I think this is your
Ashley.
first.
Hi, Ashley.
Ashley.
Hi,
Hey,
Ashley.
Ashley.
Yes, it's
I
Ashley.
Hey
think this
girl,
is
hey.
Ashley's first time here in my live, and so I want to welcome you and say hello, and also encourage you to consider reaching out to me so that we could get to know each other a little better, and consider coming up on the panel and discussing some of your experiences. My Mob, would you say her name was Ashley?
Ashley.
Ashley.
Are you a content creator? And if so, can
Yes.
you oh, I forgot to tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, the word of the day is fiber. So if you type exclamation point fiber, your link will be dropped. Please be considerate, drop it once, and allow others to drop theirs as well. And now, back to our regularly scheduled program. So, Dawn, can you tell us what made you flip the switch? What made you say, okay, I'm gonna do this?
The encouragement from many people in this community. Mainly, it started with Butterfly Dreams Crochet, Jeannie, being open and welcoming and supportive of inviting everyone up on her panel if they wanted to, and just wanting to connect with everyone here that has the same passion for crochet that I did. And through crochet, I explored in knitting, and I've shared my cross stitch, and it was just the community and the openness and the welcoming. Sandrine came along and said, Sanita as well were the first people that grabbed my hand and said, hey, here's how you work this program. Here's how you set up Nightbot, add your moderators. I had other people reach out and also do the same with me. And through that, yeah, it was the support of everyone here really being so kind and generous and saying, welcome, just welcome with open arms and getting to know each other. And that's why I continue to keep showing up. And I have so much fun and so much love for everybody. Truly, I do. Hi, VJ. Oh, sorry.
Hi, VJ. Hi,
Chat
big girl.
Hey.
Lisa Nitz came
Hi,
in.
Lisa Neats and
Girl,
Lisa
yes.
Knits and Vlogs.
Hey Lisa, hey girl,
Oh,
hey.
another name.
You guys, I wake up with a smile every day thinking about you, and I want to see what everyone's up to and what's just going on, and it's so much fun to see everything that everybody makes, and the kindness that they've given me towards my crafts as well. They understand the work and the passion and the frustration, and it's just a really unique way to support each other that I haven't found anywhere else.
So with that being said, I noticed that the exclamation fiber is working. So thanks to Sanita, that's working. But let's see if I fix the I can talk. Exclamation point weather is working. So if you want to try dropping that in the chat, it should, with your zip code or city, I think it should tell us what the weather is where you are. And now that we put that out in the atmosphere, let's talk with Mara. Say your name for me, please, so I can say it right.
You're saying it perfectly.
Oh, good.
Mara. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I was, during the big C quarantine, my motto became, "You can teach an old dog new tricks." and and so I started learning how to like solve the Rubik's Cube and make keep a sourdough starter, and I was making sourdough bread a couple times a week, um, and just learning to do new things, sewing masks. And so where did I go to learn how to do those things? YouTube. I mean, I had been using YouTube already for 10 years. Or 7 years. I think the date that it says I joined YouTube is like 2013. And so my mom always had this motto, and she would tell me, "Mara, if you can read, you can cook." And so as YouTube became more popular for me to figure out how to do things, I changed the motto to say, if you can watch YouTube, you can do anything. So I learned how to do, all those things, watching YouTube videos. And then because I already loved to crochet, I started looking at a lot of crochet channels. I started watching channels like Creative Grandma, Crystal Bag O' Day Crochet. I really liked, I can't think of her name right now. Um, It'll come to me. There was another content creator, and she was gone for a little while, like 18 months, but now she's kind of come back onto that. And I would, follow a lot of their tutorials. And and then I don't know, something just got into me this past spring where I was thinking, like, if these people can make videos, well, maybe I can too. Maybe I have a message to share, or I can grow my community. I hadn't even seen a live until, like, I can't remember, maybe in the early part of this year. I think I caught These Creative Hands live, and Thriss, I watched her on a live, and then I even think Crystal Bag O' Day went live, and then because of them, I was watching Krista at the Secret Yarnery. That's another channel that I watch a lot. But anyway, and so I was like, yeah, if they can get on there and do that, and they're just kind of talking to us like a friend, I would really love to be able to do that too. And so I started getting brave enough to type into the chat, and then one time I got invited up on a panel, and then then I just went from there. It just kind of continued. And I think, I started going, all right, if I'm going to be serious about putting out a professional looking channel and making professional videos, then I want to make sure I learn to do it right. And so I turned again to YouTube to get suggestions from creators on how to be a good creator. and, and one of the first things they say is, try not to worry about your setting. Try not to worry about how fancy camera and fancy equipment.
Yeah.
Just grab your smartphone because it's got a great camera on it and press record. Just press record. And so that's what I started doing.
What made me flip the switch was I was in quite a few people's lives, and I went back and watched them, and it was almost like it was more common then. It was said more common back then, when at the time when I was going in people's lives, than I hear it recently. And it was like I felt like I had like that takeover spirit, like you real comfortable in someone else's life, so why don't you just go do your own, as opposed to being comfortable in somebody else's life. Once I was out there, then I was out there, so I was comfortable with being out there. But to start the process on my own was the greatest fear for me. So, hence that's how you got me today. Debbie, did it work when you put your city in? Yes, it looks like it did work. I don't know why for some people the zip code is working when they put in the weather, and for others the weather is working when they put in the city. I think that's the software, because for me it was giving me when I put it in last week, it was giving everybody my weather. No matter what they put in, it was giving my weather. So at least it's not doing that anymore. Angel, thank you for joining us. Welcome
Hey,
in.
Renee. Hey, girl.
Hey,
Hey.
Angel Renee.
Hey.
Hey,
For those of
Michi.
you who just
Hey,
came
girl.
in,
Hey.
we're
Hi,
talking
Kelly.
to
I've
our
been there.
Melanie.
panel.
Hi,
Hey,
Kelly.
Melanie. Hey, girl. Hey.
Sorry, we gotta say hi.
Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey. To everybody. And hey, guy. Hey. To every guy.
Today our panel is people who decided to pull the trigger and are newly, less than a year old and coming up on the YouTube world and getting into these lives and allowing people into your world. And that was the other piece of it, allowing people into my world. This is Lori's Lady Lair. It's a big room. You're only seeing a small corner of the room. There's a recliner over there. There's some bookshelves over there. There is a lot of yarn in this room. So, I haven't mastered yet how to do something similar to what Kim and Mara and Sandrine are doing, and that's to isolate a smaller space so that you don't see so much around me. But I think that has to do with the fact that Momma J is a lot to love and there's a lot to hold on to, so she needs a little bit more room in the camera in order for you to see her, or at least that's what she thinks in her mind. Lydia from Yarnworks, thank you for joining us.
Hi, Lydia.
Hey, girl. Hey.
One other thing I wanted to say really quick is that I have been really blessed in the last couple of months to have met some of the best friends that I have made in years. I mean, I have some very close in-person friends that, that I see and talk to on a regular basis, but now I find that I am spending the majority of my time, in communications with, with people like Dawn right here and Sandrine and, Carrie and Angel Renee and, some of the people who are in the chat here, have become like my very closest friends in such a short period of time. It's that has been one especially good thing that has come out of just, hitting record and just showing up at the lives and getting to know you guys.
What was it like for you when you decided what your space was going to look like what you were going to have in your background? How did you decide, what pieces or what portion of your world were you going to let YouTube in?
Well, look, for me, I didn't even have a craft room for real. But when I started going on YouTube and I seen all these craft rooms and I know I got all this yarn in every room except for the kitchen and bathroom, I decided I wanted a room. And we had a spare bedroom. And Jesse just had his computer in there. That's all he was doing is his computer. I mean, I was sewing in there. But I was like, man, let me start buying some containers. I see these folks got containers. I'm going to start buying some stuff, putting it together. Let's make this spare bedroom a craft room. Yeah. There you go. I go in there sometime, but right now it needs some help to get it back together. My husband told me not to buy no more clothes. He said he don't know if I got more yarn, shoes, purses, or clothes. He said those 4 things, don't buy no more. Because I do got some shoes I ain't never wore. When I got some clothes I ain't never wore. I got some yarn I ain't never used.
So, ladies, let me ask you something before we go any further. Are you guys able to see? I know you are on the panel, but do you have another device where you're able to see the chat or at least read what's going on in the chat live as opposed to?
Yeah, my phone over here, but I can look at it up on the panel too.
You can see it on the panel?
I can see it here in StreamYard.
Oh, okay. I thought there was an issue at one point where people who were on the panel couldn't see the chat.
No, I see
Any-
the chat here, and we have the
Oh, no,
comments,
no.
and
The people on the panel can't type in the chat.
Right.
no, it's
That's right.
open.
We can't type in the chat. If we're
Okay,
going to type in the
so-
chat, we have to use a separate device on YouTube.
Yes.
It has to
So
be on
with your
YouTube.
separate devices, ladies, can you drop your exclamation point fiber? So everyone in the chat, please refrain from dropping your channel right now.
The
So
weather
that-
thing don't work. That's what they saying in the chat. Hey
The,
Penny.
the-
Hey
the
girl.
weather
Hey.
is showing you my weather, so I still haven't fixed that problem. Tend the sheep
We can
where
help you
you
with that
are.
offline if you
Don't
want.
pass them by. Welcome in. I'm
Penny.
not
Hi,
sure.
Penny.
Hey Penny.
Yes, that's
Penny.
Penny. Tend the
Penny?
sheep is Penny. Yes.
Penny. Welcome in,
Mhm.
Penny. Glad you decided to join us. I know there's a million places you could be, so thank you for joining me and my fiber friends.
Let me say what I say. It's 26 people in the building.
Is that really the case?
Mine shows 28, so yeah, it's very nice.
Okay.
I see 28 as well.
Where
And
y'all seeing
what-
that?
I can on my phone on the YouTube side. I have the YouTube side pulled up on my phone, but I can type.
okay.
I can type in the chat through StreamYard. I'm able to do that.
Yeah.
So
And I
I
think you're able to
Let me
see
28.
that
See?
too, Mama J.
Well, I'm gonna
I
have to
think
put StreamYard on my phone because I don't have StreamYard on my phone right now. Thank you, Sunita. Sunita has confirmed
I
that
don't have it on my phone either, but I'm on the
28
YouTube side.
in the chat. And thank you all 28 of you lovely people. Thank you for being here with me. I truly appreciate you all. I hope you all are enjoying this time that you're spending together with us. Ladies, Dawn or Amara, Dawn did hers.
yeah,
So,
I
Amara,
did it, but maybe Dawn and I typed it at the same time, so I'll redo.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
okay,
so
cool.
sorry.
Cool,
I thought
cool.
I waited.
I know
tried
I
to
was
wait.
waiting too, and I saw Sandrine's, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go.
So
Let's see.
in the meantime, if you haven't already, if you could do me a favor and give
Oh,
me
I
a
didn't
quick
do that
tummy
right.
tummy.
Don't
would
forget
be-
the
did that.
thummy.
I'm
that.
doing it every day. Kelly, that's Kelly. That's Kelly.
Yes,
Hey, Kelly.
that's Kelly. You got it.
Kelly, hey girl, hey.
Thank you for joining us, Kelly. So glad you're here today. Today we are talking to some of my lovely fiber friends who have, flipped the switch and decided that they was going to let us in their world and be a part of this YouTube community. Now, let me tell you something. This is the best Unitube.
We are Unitube around here.
No,
Looney
Looney
Tunes.
Tunes, right?
this is the best YouTube corner of the world because I have found myself in some Looney Tune YouTube corners. Looney Tune, where just craziness is going on. People just get up in the morning and wake up and say, let me see who I could come for today. Now, I'm not one of them people. I don't have time for all of that craziness going on. Like, my grandmother told me something a long time ago, and you're going to find on Momma J's channel, Momma J just, even if she ain't old, she got an old spirit. And I don't think 58 is old. So if you think 58 is old, shame on you. I think it's the new 40. Anywho, and in my mind, I'm
going to be
35.
55 in
The other
2
day,
months.
something convinced me that I could do a cartwheel. I'm glad that my body told me, you better not even try it. Because if I had these feet up over this head, we was coming down in a bad way. Y'all be talking to Momma J from the hospital room because these arms definitely are not holding up this body. So I think it's better that I stay on my feet. But anyway, my grandmother told me a long time ago a lot of things. But one of the things she told me that I stick and stay by, and that's it takes 24 hours to mind your own business. Now, my grandmother didn't say your own business. My grandma tell you the way my grandmother told me. My grandmother said it takes 24 hours to mind your own damn business.
That's right.
So if you focused on minding your 24, then you ain't got time for nobody else's 24. So for all of those who are out there and they found a way to be able to mind their 24 and add on somebody else's 24 more, my grandmother called you a busy ass. I don't want to be a busy ass. So I just want to focus on my 24. And in focusing on my 24, I don't have time for drama. Because that's the only way that you can get caught up in some drama is if you in somebody else's 24. My 24 don't have drama in it. And the other thing my grandmother told me about my 24 is you don't air your dirty laundry. So if I do got drama in my 24, guess where it's not going to be? On YouTube. Okay? So y'all may see this crazy little raggedy corner, but that's about all you're going to get.
It's 31 people in the building.
Listen, I don't have noisemakers and shakers. Oh, yes, I do. I got some shakers, but I need to get some noisemakers. Dawn Bowles, thank you for joining us.
Yes,
Dawn Bowles is another one of my sisters. Okay,
nice to meet you
that is,
again, Dawn. Yes.
like I said, some people say sister-in-law. We don't call ourselves sister-in-laws.
No,
we are
we don't.
sisters. When
Well,
I
I
met
had
my
one
husband, I
sister-in-law,
gained
but I ain't
his
call her
3
sister.
sisters. Okay, when my 3 sister-in-laws joined my family when me and my husband got married, my husband got his 3 sisters and 5 more because I got 5 sisters. 6 girls, no boys. Okay, so
no bills and no seals.
And Michi said, "Sister, nope, we not sisters. We sisters. Sisters. SISTAH. Sisters. That's my sister." Okay. It's a colloquial thing. Forgive me. Anywho, so that's how I ended up deciding that this room was going to be the room that I would let YouTube in. You know, I got a whole house here, just like they got a whole house there and a whole house there. So I was curious to know how did you decide which area of the house you were going to go in? So let me ask you something else. What is your favorite project or thing to create? Obviously, we know Sandrine is doing her mosaic. We don't need to answer the question. She on it. Okay. And for those of you who did not know, mine is shawls. I love making shawls. But ladies, can you tell me what your favorite thing is to create?
I enjoy mosaic as well, but I've only dabbled a little bit. So I am 4 months into this YouTube world of being a content creator and learning all the new stitches and everything. So I'm more than open to have people share with me tips and tricks and their expertise. I'm living and breathing it right now. How I decided to do my little corner was very similar to Sandrine, actually. It started with clothes and makeup and shoes, and then now it's yarn. So over there is the clothes, and here's the makeup and the shoes. And this is all the yarn that you see. And I have plans for everything that you see here. So,
Yeah, I mean, I do other things other than mosaics. I do shawls, ponchos, socks, and clothes,
Hats.
hats, and scarves, and you name it. I don't do amigurumis. That's one thing I do not do, and I will not do. It ain't my.
But I do.
I know, but I ain't.
I'm experimenting.
Where's my elephant? My turtle elephant over here. I had to keep hiding from Aiden.
Something
yes.
I was just noticing in the chat is that Angel Renee said prayers for Thriss. And over in Dee's Creative Hands Live, Thriss announced that her sister was just like killed, or sorry, just passed due to a motorcycle accident.
Oh,
And
my
it
goodness.
literally just happened like 2 hours ago.
Oh,
And
my
so
goodness.
that is what I believe Angel Renee is referring to. And so, yeah, if everybody could just please keep Thriss in their prayers.
yes.
Yes,
Oh,
Thriss. We got your back, girl. We a family.
Yes, Thriss, I will definitely be adding you to my prayers. I am so
Yes.
sorry for your loss.
Yes, wearable.
I'm
Kelly
sorry.
says wearables
So
for
sorry.
her. Mm-hmm.
Kelly
And
says she likes to make wearables.
Yeah.
Nana Michelle says she likes to make beaded shawls lately. Started with mosaic blankets and previous, but am I reading that right?
Yeah,
Beaded shawls
blankets
lately.
previous, mosaic blanket previous, but I'll make all. My
My
beginning
beginning was
was thread doilies
yeah,
with
that's where my
beads.
beginning started, Nana, with doilies. That's what my mother taught me how
Top,
to make at
Mhm.
7 years old.
Mhm.
I would say tops for her. Yeah, she makes. Ooh,
Yeah.
my sister make tops too. I'm talking. They fantastic.
Ooh, Ivy B made this top that I got the pattern for.
I got a pattern too for
And
one of them.
it's a top that makes my fluffiness look like it's not so fluffy. I love that. I love it. Love it. I can't wait until I finish it so that Ivy can see it.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Nancy said she liked to make amigurumis, but made shawls, blankets, hats, etc. I also do a lot of other crafts. She do paper crafts. I know.
Michi, what did I miss? Where am I missing you at, honey?
You
I
guys
know
see
it's
my
not
messages.
it's me. Charge it
I,
to my
I
head,
see
not
it.
No,
my heart.
Michi, I see your messages.
Oh yeah, yeah, I see them.
I don't multitask
She said
well,
everyone
y'all.
take a moment to say a prayer for Thriss as she posted the loss of her sister. Yeah, we see it. We were
I'm
just talking
sorry.
at the time.
Yeah.
I was missing it completely. I didn't see anything about Thriss until pay attention here. This is what made me realize I needed to focus on something that was going on in the chat, but I didn't know what. So Michi, I apologize. I just wasn't catching it all. I don't do well with trying to read the chat and be courteous to the people on the panel and make eye contact and all those other good things.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But yes, we are here to support everybody, and especially in the hardest times, that's the burden you don't have to carry by yourself. We are here for you.
That's right. And Mama J, also Christy, that we was talking about on my live last night. She
Christy.
having a hard
Hook
time.
me up, crochet.
Hook me up crochet with Christy.
Okay.
She got a trailer, but she got a hole in the floor.
Oh no.
Where stuff can come in, and it's gonna take up to $40,000 to get it fixed.
Oh no. Sandri, drop her in the chat so that we
I
can
got it.
Okay.
I got it.
And so we got her Cash App. It's on her community tab. We also we were gonna say something on our community tab about it and drop her PayPal in it.
Okay.
And if you can help, but we're gonna try to do a GoMe fund.
Well, let me tell you how every last one of y'all can help. Because there is no such thing as I can't help or I can't afford to help. If you don't have it financially, you have it with words of encouragement, prayer. For those of you who are not interested in doing that, words of encouragement. If you ain't got that to give, let me tell you, everybody has something to give. If you don't do nothing else, go on her channel and play her playlist and keep her play her what do they call that? Your view numbers up while she's in mourning and doing what she's got to do, or while Christy is focused on dealing with what she got to deal with, because your home is your foundation. If you got a hole in your foundation, then ain't nothing gonna be right until you get your foundation reset.
That's
okay,
right.
So you can't say that, well, I wish there was something I could do. There is something you could do. At the very least, go watch an extra video and throw a comment out there. Share out, a video, something. But we can all do something, like I said, send an encouraging word, or if you one of those people that don't have anything encouraging or nothing good to say, then maybe the best thing for you to do is not say anything. But you might be one of the ones that want to consider dropping a dime or two in a PayPal or what have you. But
it's Christy with a K-I-E. Oh,
yes,
Dawn gonna drop her link.
I'm dropping it. Just a moment. I'm sorry. I'm having some internet issues, but I'm pulling everything up as fast as I can.
Yes. So whatever y'all can do, whatever y'all can donate, please do. Because we help our fellow people. She's been trying to sell her yarn and stuff. And we don't want her to sell her yarn, really. Because she a crafter. She like to make amazing things.
Oh, yeah.
They had one little thing for her, but it wasn't enough. She only earned like $400.
Ivy posted her link. So at the very
Oh,
least,
I will posted the link.
you could go to her link.
And you can go on her community tab and get her PayPal information if you want to donate like that. But we also gonna try to do a GoFundMe fund for. I even told her this blanket, which I've been working on for a month and a half, this Roll Tide blanket, I will put it up on eBay, and whatever money I make, I will give it to her.
No,
Even if I ain't finished with it, I will.
that's love.
If I got to do what I got to do.
Love. That's love. Because Sandrine love that blanket.
I sure do.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, while we're on that, encouraging and supporting of others, we have would you say her name was Ashley? Is this
Penny.
Ashley?
Penny.
No, Penny. Penny is in the chat, and Penny is not seeming to be able to get her community tab. So let's get out there and show Penny some love. Penny, can you drew !fiber and drop your chat?
Oh, I was posting her PayPal too. Go back up to Michi.
I just
what
did
Michi
too.
said.
At the same time.
Go back up to what Michi said, Momma J. I want you to see that.
Momma J, I have the PayPal there right above IBB.
Yeah.
I want her to go back and see what Michi said right there.
Aw.
Thank you, Michi.
We love you too.
Aw.
We love you too, girl.
Yeah.
Michi, when you get a chance, check your IG, because there's more to come, baby. We ain't finished with you. We got some more for you, boo.
Yeah. And for those that do pray, if you will indulge me, I have a little prayer here that we could pray for Thris and her family.
Absolutely.
Okay. In this moment of profound loss and sorrow, we pray for you and your family. May you find the strength and solace in the midst of this unimaginable pain. In this time of grief, we pray for you and your inner peace to slowly mend the broken pieces of your heart. May you find the courage to navigate through this difficult journey, knowing that your sister's spirit will forever remain with you. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. That was beautiful.
Amen.
Mom.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Dawn, I'll reach out to you and so that we can get it figured out and straightened out, dear. And thank you for wanting to come up and join us. I'm excited about all those who wish to join us. VJ, when you get a chance, check your IG. Thank you for joining us. I don't know if I saw you earlier.
Ashley, put fiber, exclamation point and fiber all together.
Yeah, no space in between. And be considerate of each other, and let's not all drop it at the same time. $fiber. That's the word of the day.
So yeah.
I don't know why, but I feel like I'm dehydrated today.
So my cousin was calling me when I cut my camera off. When I cut my camera off, she was calling me, telling me, "Come on out, let's have some fun today. It's 2 birthday parties." I was like, she was like, "You come outside, I ain't got no gas in my car." And then she was like, "You ain't got no other way else I could steal Jessica because he going to work and drive." She's like, "Just come on, drive Jessica. He ain't gonna care." I'm like, yeah, he gonna care."
So you going out tonight?
I ain't going out there.
Oh.
Stand right here and work on this mosaic. That's what I'm doing. It's too hot. Well, it ain't that hot, but
ladies, can you share your YT stats? And when you share them, can you tell me where you were when you got started as opposed to where you are today? So for example, when I got started, when I really started consistently, I put a couple of videos out there, and this was before I started going live. I was just putting a video out here or there. I was at 200 subscribers, and I have to honestly attribute my first 200 subscribers to I used to spend a lot of time at Dana and Joe's Creative Crochets channel. And it was the friends, I would have to say the first 150 people on my live were through my visiting and working with Dana and Joe. And for that, I have to give them credit and appreciate them for, because they were part of the push to get me to where I am today. So when I got started, I had about 150 subscribers. We ain't even gonna talk about watch hours because there were none. And today I have over 400, I mean over 340 subscribers. Yeah, about 340 subscribers. And the watch hours are doing kind of nice too. And right now there's 36 people in the building. Andrea says, "Hey." China, welcome. Thank you for
Hi,
joining
China.
us.
Hey,
Yes,
girl.
hi, Gina. Hey,
But
VJ.
I think I was doing Bed Chronicles.
Yes.
I stopped doing it because I got to reset my password on there. But I'm going to start back doing it. But I was doing Bed Chronicles. That's how, well, me and Sunita had been close. But then we got real close when I started doing Bed Chronicles. And she's like, well, since I sit on the couch all the time, I ought to mimic you and do Couch Chronicles. So I got most of my I got most of my subscribers from Grandpa. I don't know if y'all know Grandpa and Katrina and Zach and them, because I used to hang out with them all the time. And they used to, and Kim, Crochet and Knit, they used to tell everybody to go. And I didn't even have a channel at the time. But then when I started doing Bed Chronicles and they started rapping about mosaics and they started saying I was crazy, and next thing you know, I was good. So I got 435 people and I got 651 watch hours, which I don't care about that kind of stuff. I don't care about watch hours. I ain't trying to be monetized and all that. I just want to come on here and have fun, act crazy. So I won't have to do it by myself in this house. Talk to myself. Me and myself go crazy and laugh and stuff.
Sanita. Now, can't say Sandrine. I'm gonna call her Sanita. Sanita said I have 346 friends. So, Dawn, Mara, you two decide which one of you are gonna give us your stats next.
I'll go. So back in March, I was, like I said, I was going to like Dee's Creative Hands, to her Saturday lives, and she, and there was maybe somebody else, maybe Thris or somebody who were like, yeah, if you want to drop your channel, just drop your channel or whatever. And I was like, okay, well, because it was casual. It was kind of like, this was just, you're participating in the live, and I hadn't gone live. And so I don't even know. I think I got like 60 subscribers over the course of a couple of months or something, and started at 0, and then I think it was, I don't even remember how many I had, but I know I did not have 100 when I went up on somebody's panel. And I told myself, I was in between the 60s and 100 or something, and I went up on like Zach, or gosh, I don't know, where did you guys first see me? But then when I got to 100, I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I may go live. I thought that you had to have like 1,000 before you could go live.
Yeah, I
So
thought
then
there
I
was
found
some
out that
reward too.
you didn't, that you could go, that you could just go live or something. So I was like, wow, well, I'll give it some thought, but I have no idea what I would say or what I would do. And so like, if I was going to go live on my own, I was not going to do it until I had at least 100 subscribers. And then I decided that I needed to practice before I started doing like the West Coast Wednesday with Dawn and Angel. And so I've done just a few pop-up lives like by myself, and then gone live with Dawn for West Coast Wednesdays, and gone live with Carrie the Yarny Elephant, and so now I'm just kind of slowly building. I participated in um, the help me out, people, the Christmas in July fairies. And then I did get a pretty big boost from that. And then like it's so funny because you get a few people and then you lose like 10 people and then you get a few more. And so the growth is pretty slow, but I like that it's slow and that it's, you know, fairly organic growth. It's like putting out some content and getting a subscriber or two each day and just slowly growing. And well, I looked when you were mentioning like where are we at, and I think I'm at 363 today for my subscribers. So it's nice. It's gone up. Like last week, I was in the 340s. So 15 to 20 over the course of a week or so, and that seems reasonable. Now, I mean, I think, okay, I believe you because you don't lie. You tell it like it is, Drini. but I think, like we all kind of want that validation. If we were to get monetized for the fan funding, whether I mean, like I have a job, my husband works full time. I'm not in dire straits right now. I'm in a comfortable house. I am not complaining about my income, but I think having that validation, like, well, people like me. People like me enough that I got enough subscribers, I got enough watch hours that I could have fan funding, and whether I did anything with that or not, I think, I mean, it's a nice thing. It helps to pay for that yarn back there.
I know that's right.
Or it helps to pay for just those little extra things to continue to support the channel. And I mean, I can't say I would mind that, right? But also to just continue to, be a part of the great community here. Like,
yeah, it took me a while to find the right corner though, because there's some corners of this YouTube world that I really ain't have no business in. And I'm so glad that I found you. Because if I hadn't found y'all, this was my last ditch effort. I was getting ready to say, you know what? I can stay in some bushes somewhere and just lurk and work.
Right. Yeah.
It's not like YouTube was paying my bills at that time anyway. So it really, really, really didn't matter. Now if I got, what did you say? You said some really nice words for, people paying in YouTube. What was those nice words you said? The thing that you get, it's not monetized, but the
fan funding.
Yeah, that's what you said. Fan funding. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I couldn't think of that term. Is that an official YouTube term?
Yes.
Correct.
Oh, okay. If I got that fan funding, in case you guys
Angel Renee, thank you, girl.
In case you were wondering what I would do with that, I would put it in giveaways. I would put it back into the channel. I would love to be able to do more giveaways. And the thing about me, I'm not let me post in the chat that I'm doing a giveaway to get subscribers to come in long enough to get the giveaway and then unsubscribe. You have no idea when I'm gonna give away, what I'm gonna give away, and how I'm gonna go about creating
it away.
The opportunity for it to be given away. But I'm a giver. So if I got fan funds, that's what I would put it in. I would put it into opportunities to just, give. And, I hear people talk about, they've never tried this hook, or they didn't do this, or they're looking for a yarn for a project they're working on, or they've never tried this yarn, or Lord have mercy, I have more than enough yarn. And there's still yarns out here that I would like to try. So I remember there was a yarn that I needed, and Jeannie from Butterflies, Dreams, and Crochet, she blessed me with that yarn. So, and that was my first time being able to use that yarn. And I was so excited about that. Melanie, what is it? Melanie, where is she at? What's her name?
Well, and hi, Roberta.
Hi, Roberta. It's easy, Roberta. Just go. You can go up on panel. Make sure we see your face in the back in the basement. You can cut your camera off, and when you feel comfortable enough, cut your camera on. You ain't gotta say nothing if you don't want to. But you can come up in the basement. We see your face. Then when you get up there, you can cut your camera back off. Then you can just sit up there and just get yourself together. Then after you did it for a few times, then you be like, I'm gonna be in charge like Sandrine, and I'm going live.
What's it's not Magic's name. Hello,
Roberta.
welcome.
Roberta.
That's Roberta.
That's
Welcome,
Roberta.
Roberta. I'm looking for Melanie. What's Melanie? Sandrine, what's Melanie's channel's name? Melanie in California that makes the
Oh,
dolls.
Melanie's Crochet.
Melanie, if you're still here, can you say something in the chat, please?
Melanie's Crochet.
Melanie's Crochet, yes.
Okay. Melanie's Crochet. She does a market day, a market thing where, well, I know she did at the time. And I was able to buy some yarns that I would not have otherwise had an opportunity to buy, And so that was another opportunity for me to be able to, get and see some things and try some things that I hadn't tried before. So I would love to
And Jamie too on Parlay Boo Crochet.
Yeah. I would love to have the opportunity to take the fan funds and put it into something like that, something where I would be able to give back to those who are in my family and supporting me. I'm not really beat for the memberships right now because membership means something to me. If you are paying to be a part of anything Momma J got going on, I want to truly make sure that you feel like you're getting your money's worth. And my consistency is not where I think it needs to be to even offer a membership per se right now. But boy, do I have some plans when I can do it, because there's a lot going on up here in this old ticker, and I would love the opportunity to share. My vocation is I'm a corporate technical trainer, software applications trainer. I'm a mastered Microsoft certified instructor. So I'm a what they call subject matter expert. So I would love to. There she is. I would love to have the opportunity to share some of my other skills and abilities. But yeah, that funding, that's what that would go to for me. So Dawn, you still have yet to share. I don't know if you remember what the question was.
No, it's just we did cover a lot, and it's
about how many people you got and how many watch hours you got.
Yeah.
And where you started, when you started.
When I started was the first time I went live on Butterfly Dreams Crochet Jeannie's panel.
Do you know how many you had then?
0. I started at 0, just like everybody else. Sincerely, I did. And she dropped my link. And honestly, it wasn't even on my main channel, on the channel that I work now. The people that subscribed that day subscribed to my dog channel. They're still over there. He has 24 subscribers. Those are the OG original subscribers. I started from 0 after that on my main channel. And it was just through, again, her. I kept showing up every live to her channel, and she was like my main champion and kept sharing me out and kept saying, girl, you can do this. And Christine and V, or Crochet with Veronica, with V now, Crochet with Llama V, Crochet with Llama V. And it was My Fairy Treasures Angela was there, and they kept encouraging me, you could do this. And everybody in the chat, Regina and Jen and Joy and so many, all of you. And I'm at 416. When this new fan funded monetization happened, there was a lot of wires crossed as to the guidelines of it. And so the first I had heard of it was 500 in 60 days. And many people said that it was not doable. And I had calculated real quick off the top of my head, and I said, but I've reached half of that in 30 days. I believed in myself, and I believed I could do it. And I went up on panel and I heard negativity after negativity. And I said, but I'm doing it. And it became a personal goal. That's all, a personal goal. And I've sat up here for more than 60 days. And I already did a live saying I did not meet my personal goal. So everyone who said it is impossible, I couldn't do it. But I still the other thing was 90 days. I had heard 90 days. I haven't reached my 90 days. I say I've been going live on my channel for barely 4 months, but working my channel has not reached 90 days yet. And I'm at 416 friends, very dear friends. I have my ride or dies, my night owls. They show up every time. They ask me, please hang out with them. It's truly a friendship that I have never had in my life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in general for the fan funding, because somebody did ask, I believe you have to have 500 subscribers. You need to have 3,000 watch hours within a year. So,
Correct. It's
and
1
you
year.
have to have current content. So you need to have at least 3 current videos.
You have
And
to
the
have
fan
3
funding,
YouTube approved videos in 90 days. That's where the 90 days came
that's where
from.
the,
It needs to be 3 YouTube approved videos in 90 days. I'm sorry. May I just, real quick, I forgot to mention, I have 3,500 watch hours. That's how loyal my friends are. That's how much fun we have. I've
have
accomplished
how many watch hours?
3,500 watch
You
hours.
better go, girl. So what are you falling short of? What are you missing? What do you need?
I'm at 416 subscribers. I need
All right,
84.
y'all.
Is
Come
that
on, drop the
84?
link. Drop
84
your link.
people?
Y'all make this happen. This ain't a grow channel, but it's a go
Hi,
channel.
Paula.
We're
Hey,
gonna
girl.
go.
Hey.
Let's go. Drop that
Yes.
channel, girlfriend. Let's see what
And
we
then with that, then during your lives, people can get
Thank
super
you.
chats and super stickers. Okay. You can start up memberships. Like, I think there's some extra stuff you have to do, but you have to just kind of like agree to more YouTube terms or whatever. You can do memberships. And then also on your videos, people can do a super thanks. So they can watch one of your regular videos, and then they can send you a super thanks, like, hey, thanks for making that tutorial, or hey, thanks for showing us around the yarn store, or whatever. And so that's the funding that you get. It's all from like your fans or your watchers or your subscribers, basically. And you don't get the AdSense monetization. That's the one that you need, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours.
And the additional perk is that you may list your merch. So you can have a merch
That's
store
right.
on your YouTube channel. So you can
Oh,
sell
yeah, that's-
stickers,
Yeah.
magnets, t-shirts, hats, whatever you want. You can sell your crafts.
Tags. Yeah.
You're allowed to yes.
Hello, Paula. Thank you for
Hi,
joining us.
Paula.
Welcome
And-
in. Welcome
And
in.
Diane. Hi,
Diane, thank
Hi,
you so for
Diane.
joining us. Welcome in. Welcome in. Also, if I can, be partial and ask you all to welcome my sister, Sandy Pennington.
Hi, Sandy.
My maiden name is Pennington. Sandy is my
Hey,
sister.
Sandy.
Me and
Hey, Sandy. Hey, girl. Hey.
and Dawn and Crystal and Suzanne's sister-in-law, but we're all sisters. And sis, I don't have the I haven't met the criteria yet for fan funding.
Yeah.
But I thank you for being here. I thank you for the support. I thank you for joining us. And see, that's it right there, y'all. I have family that support me. My sisters and sister-in-laws, they love me. If I was never on YouTube, we communicate, we talk. But for some people out here in these streets, unfortunately, they don't have that connection. So that's why I said, some of these corners that I have found myself in are not the right corners. I've seen people out here in these YouTube streets close to the point of suicide, and especially with some of the things that are going on in other parts of the world. I'm just going to put it that way. Some people are full of such hate for the way other people decide they want to live their lives or do you. Again, back to that 24. Some people are so caught up. Who's 453 now, Sunita?
Sunita got 453 people.
Yes,
Yeah,
Sunita.
the
Drop that link. Ladies, gentlemen, in the chat, please. by all means, if you have another channel, I don't know about y'all, but if it's free, it's for me. I got 3. I know y'all got more than one channel. You know, go on some of them other channels and
my dog visits everybody. My dog really does. And Mama J, I'm sorry to interrupt, but before I forget, I just have to tell you, my mom raised me to worry about myself. And I'm here to women supporting women. That's what I believe in.
Sunita says she need watch hours.
Yes.
So for those of you who don't know what that means, I need watch hours. Watch hours means that they need you to watch every video.
Oh, she said no. She said no watch hours needed.
Oh,
we need more people.
Oh, listen, drop the link. Sunita, oh, there she is. She dropped it right here. Grab her up. Hug her.
If y'all don't have her, grab her up.
Make her part of your family. Throw some yarn, break them windows. If you ever see Momma J in the chat and she says, I rang your doorbell and dropped it off an apple pie and cobbler, a hot apple cobbler and some ice cream, get it before it melts, that's me telling you that we are family. And when I say I'm family with you, I don't just, throw, that subscriber button and that bell on and then I'm out. No, I will come. I got, look here. Let me show you. I have devices.
Oh my goodness.
Devices. I plug them in. I activate them. I have an iPod downstairs. I got this, an iPad downstairs. I have my cell phone in my hand. I am talking to you on a 28-inch iMac computer. I got a laptop over there, and I got another laptop over there. I have devices. So when you tell me you need watch hours, I put them on don't go to sleep mode, and I find your longest list of videos. Create playlists for yourselves. I find your longest list of videos.
Yes, those playlists are important.
On play, and then I just jump in there on another device, and I start throwing some comments and different videos of yours. Because one thing about YouTube is you can watch all the videos you want, but if you're not throwing some comments out there, everything don't stick. So to make sure it stick, throw a comment out there. Send some encouraging words. Say a little something sweet to them, Hey, boo, how you?
Bye, Angel Renee.
Angel, I love you, baby.
Thanks for coming.
Hug and kiss them babies for me. I can't tell you enough what it means. And let me tell you something. Giving goes a long way. If you just take just the littlest piece of yourself and give it to somebody else, it's going to come back to you tenfold.
That's right. So we are stronger together. So the more we uplift each other, the stronger we all are.
I was taught that you are your brother's keeper. What does that mean? One hand washes the other. You are your brother's keeper. If you can't wash that other hand, then that hand is going to get dirty and eventually it's going to develop gangrene and it's going to die and have to be cut off. It's going to take for you to wash each other and hug each other and love each other and give and not just take from each other in order for us to all make it. There's an old saying, can't we all just get along? Naive Momma J believes yes. It starts with one thing and one thing only, respect. I respect that you do you, boo, and you only need to do one thing and respect that I'm going to do me. If we could just do that, that would be all it takes. Yeah, I got some real strong opinions about some stuff that's going on out here, but you know what? Opinions are just like eyes, ears, nose, mouths, and the other part of your body that you go find.
Y'all got one.
Everybody got one. Everybody's got an opinion. So if you could just refrain from expressing your opinion when it's not asked for, this YouTube area, this corner of the world, I'm not interested in your opinion of anything but fiber arts. Give it to me all day long. All those other opinions, keep them to yourself. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it.
She said she's listening on, or she's got an iPad or 2 devices, and Paula says she has 4 devices.
Yeah, drop it in the chat, y'all. If y'all got extra devices and you're willing to listen to some playlists and help some people get some watch hours, drop it in the chat. Let us know.
Yeah, well, just remember also with your playlist, they have to be your content.
Yes, the playlist does have to be your content.
Yeah, it has to be your content, not your favorite YouTuber's content. So
and
sure
Chris,
your video, all your videos in that playlist.
Where's she at? Chris Kaleidoscope, where are you? I know I saw a comment from you.
Right down here at the bottom.
Yes, Debbie said kindness is needed by everyone, everywhere. I like that.
But Chris put a comment out about her when she speaks.
She says that, like, her brain
Here we go.
thinks it correctly, but her no.
So, Chris, what I have to say to that, honey, is if you're interested in getting your YouTube channel, going more, is consider one of the things I saw, I think it's TUTEATES. I think that's the name of the channel. And what they do is they just have music playing and they're doing a craft. There are a lot of people in these
like Kelly do on Saturdays.
Well, no, because Kelly still got people talking. I'm saying there are no words, there's no closed caption, there's no nothing. It is just the video comes on and it's in the subject or description, it says what they're gonna make. And I think the thumbnail is the final product, and then you watch the video and you watch them make it. And there's no talking, there's no, there might be a link to a pattern if there is a written pattern, but that's it and that's all. And let me tell you, there are times where I don't want to hear anything. As a matter of fact, I'm listening to my ebook, but I got a thirst for knowledge. I always want to learn how to do new things. So if your channel is nothing but your hands moving, for those of us experienced crafters, we know what a purl is. We know what a double crochet is. We know what a single crochet. So sometimes it's nice to just watch somebody make something. And, listen, I love music. And when I say I love music, I love it all. I love jazz. I love gospel. I love rock. I love I'm sorry. I don't love it all. I can't really handle heavy metal. It's a bit much for me. But I'll probably have a heavy metal day someday in there.
Time and place. Time and place.
Right day, I probably could get into some of that too. I don't imagine that might be a day where I might have to be on some meds to really get through it. But,
I can't do heavy metal. I can't.
But
anybody that's leaving,
it make my nerves bad.
But Chris, just a suggestion if you were interested in doing something, but just the same, I'm going to ask if Chris, if you can't, could somebody please drop Chris' channel? Let's get her some love and some hugs and some family, throw some yarn in her window, and let's do what we can to get her to the point where we can show her some love in another way.
Yeah. Chris said that she had a stroke. It results from a stroke. Tutors.
Listen, be encouraged. We're going to encourage each other as best we can. You tell us what you need, and we're going to do what we can to help you. Or one of my favorite songs, I'll pray for you, you pray for me, and we'll watch God change things. So listen, it's 8:30. And so one of our lovely people on the panel, if not both of them, have not been to sleep since sometime on 2021, the day 2021, which was yesterday. And I'm not chasing anybody off the panel. Everybody's welcome to stay. I truly am enjoying you. I love you, boo. I don't want to take advantage of the fact that you may have some other things that you need to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link in the channel, but I do have some specific rules. And that is when you come up, I want you to come up expecting to tell us about your channel, what you do on your channel, and what your goals are for your channel. And then I'm going to ask you, once you've given us that information, If you got an item or two you want to show us that you are working on or currently finished, then I'm going to ask you to drop down and allow any and all others to come up. Okay? Now, ladies, those of you who are here today, you are welcome to stay. You don't have to go until you're ready to go. I just wanted to let you know that I wanted to open it up and give some other people in the chat, now that they know that there's a possibility that they might be considering going live or doing their own thing, we want to hear about it. So come
I'll go
on
down.
up and tell us a little bit about what you got going on, and then drop down so that someone else can come up. So I'm going to drop the link now. And
Who ain't been to sleep?
Dawn ain't been to sleep.
I'm good. I'm good.
Dawn.
I ate.
I've been to sleep
I
2
showered
times.
2 times. My mom came today. I spent the day with my mom, and
So nice.
it was.
I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
It was.
Look, I slept. Look, I woke up. I went to bed after I got off the phone with you. I went to bed about an hour later, and then I stayed asleep till 10 a.m. Then I went and ate something. I got back in the bed and went back to sleep.
I had to figure out why my mod stuff wasn't working. So I worked on YouTube, how to get my moderator situation sorted out, and I learned more about that.
What y'all say her name was Penny, or is this
Penny?
Penny.
Penny. Amen, Penny. That's the truth anyhow, as my sister Sandy says. That's the truth anyhow.
Yeah, because I'm
speech does not always equate quality of content.
Look, okay? I'm dyslexic, and I go live, but when I be having Mara and Dawn up on the panel, if I don't get the word right, they'll say it right. So I'm good.
I miss
hey, God, Virgin, thank you so much for joining us.
So if anybody wants to do some Zoom tutoring with me, just kidding.
That don't bother me none.
That's part of the reason how I stumbled into this rabbit hole and found myself here. I looked at YouTube as YouTube University. YouTube was a place that I could go and I could find things that I wanted to learn about. I imagined there was a double crochet. Part of my story is very funny. I single crocheted for more than 20 years. I didn't know there was anything else. I had my beloved baby yarn. I used the same baby yarn. I used the same hook. I had one hook. I had one yarn. I had 2 projects for more than 20 years.
Wow.
And then I said, I want to know what's a double crochet. And I Googled double crochet. And
yes, I am
on the YouTube. And here I am.
Hey, Lisa. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey. Hi, Lisa.
So, ladies, in the
go
chat.
down if somebody want to come up. I need to be trying to measure out this bone pillow.
Ladies in the chat, I know some of you may be a little apprehensive, but I'm going to ask you to please just come up, let us know if you have a channel, what your goals are for your channel. You don't have to stay. And hey, I ain't going to lie to you. I don't look beautiful every day.
Me neither. You see how my hair's sticking up? But ask me if I care. Hey, Liz. Hey, Sissy Liz. Hey, girl.
Hey, Liz. Good to see you.
Hey, Liz, if you're interested in joining us, I dropped a link in the chat. Please feel free to come up and tell us a little bit about what you got going on. If you are encouraging or wanting us to encourage you in your content or drop things on your channel, or if you're just trying to get your community tab numbers up. Oh, we got some people in the chat. Okay, I'm going to ask one thing. If you have blinking lights, unfortunately, I have issues with blinking lights, so I can't let you up if your lights are blinking. And here we go.
Oh no, I'm up.
Hi, Penny.
You're up.
Hi, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
Let me turn the light on.
I believe, Momma J, you can have a few more.
Hey,
so
Sheila.
people, this isn't a full panel from my understanding, Momma J, if you want to expand on that.
Absolutely. This is not a full panel. I can have more. So
I thought 6
can
was
have
the
more.
maximum.
I'm sorry.
I
You
thought
say you
they
can't
Oh, is
have
it?
more?
If this is no, I don't believe this is the max.
Do you pay StreamYard?
Absolutely.
Well, you can have more. You had like 9 or 12 or something.
Yeah, I thought
10 or
so.
12.
I think it's 10. Isn't it 10?
10.
10 or
something.
12, something like that.
Myself,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Hi,
So,
y'all.
ladies,
Hey.
Hi,
Penny,
Penny.
would you like to share with us a little bit about your channel and what your goals are for your channel?
My channel is Tend the Sheep Where You Are. Don't pass them by. My main goal. Sorry.
Okay, baby. We
It's
here with
okay.
you. We got you.
We got your back, girl.
Look,
It's in the
give me
title.
a hug right now.
It's the title covers it. I believe I am supposed to, but I am meant to just share the best I can for his sheep. The sheep of our Heavenly Father, Yahuwah. I call him Yahuwah. And it means so much to me. The first group of people I could think of when that title came to me was the homeless, because I've seen a lot of it. But there's so many other groups, if you will, of people that need, the same respect and love. And I think the reason that it's a long title, but it's because a lot of people might have the tendency to either shy away from what looks scary or, not scary, but like seeing the homeless, if their situation is, they're out on the streets and everything, like, ooh, we got to be careful, but there are a lot of folks that don't care, that they just plain share and they can't for them anyway. I admire that. But, some of those people that are homeless just might be some of his sheep. So, again, in my about section, I mentioned, I think it's there anyway, and let us not presume that we will always recognize who those sheep are.
Amen.
It's not my call. I have stepped back before having been discouraged, and he let me do that. And then I was like, get back out there, Penny. You've got a job to do. So in the meantime, I want to do that. He comes first. If he doesn't, nothing else matters.
Penny, how many subscribers do you have? And do you have any
I'm up to a whopping 83. Woo woo.
Look at you. Is it your goal to at least get fan funds?
No, I don't. I never did want to get that high into the thousands or anything. I just, and the human part of me, there are plenty of times where I was like, I didn't understand why, my numbers would be low. The highest I ever got was 200 something. And I've had a lot of different channel names and such, blah, 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 Penny. So, anyway, I've lost count of how many different channel names I've had.
Yeah, Nana Michelle said, I'm glad you're back, Penny. I've watched you before under your other channel names and missed you. And Heidi, you're always so positive.
Heidi is my cat. And hold on, let me see.
That's
Oh,
Penny.
Can you see her?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can see her or not.
hey, kitty.
Does she show up?
Here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we can
Like
see
a
her.
calico? Is she a
Okay.
calico?
She's not a fan of my camera or any device that takes attention away from her. She's a typical cat. And I'm sorry. I'll back up now and let. I'm sorry. I can't see the name.
Thank you so very much. I truly appreciate you coming up and sharing.
The person next to me. on my
That's Kelly.
Kelly.
other side.
Hi.
Kelly or Dawn?
Which
Probably
side?
Dawn, I
Kelly.
know.
Oh, it's Kelly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kelly.
Dawn.
Hmm.
Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Hello.
The
Good to
first
see you in
time you-
person.
Hello.
Kelly, you can share?
Yes. Well, I don't want to. I just wanted to come up and say, hey, these are a lot of my friends are in the chat and on the panel. So, but anyway, my name is I bring it every day. That's my channel name.
Oh, that Kelly. Yes.
Yes. And well, so anyway, so my evil plan was to just kind of I play around with video, and that's sort of what I do. My evil plan. I play around with video, but I'm a crocheter and knitter, and I paint. I do all the art things. Do a little
And
singing.
cook.
Play a few instruments. Not well, but I do play a few. So I'm very artistic, I guess, sort of, kind of, sort of. But anyway, I enjoy doing the live streams and just hanging out with people and hanging out with artistic people. And but the thing that I joined YouTube. My husband kind of forced me on because he said, well, if you want to learn something, you can go on there. And so I started sort of binge watching all of the fiber arts and watching all the big channels and things like that. And then, but I was a supporter for a very, very, very long time. And then I got kind of hooked on supporting people. And I never, I was on for YouTube for a year, like probably almost 10 years before I started my own channel. But then eventually, yeah, the reason that I started, when I started my channel, I started meeting all these really cool people, and I started really supporting like the small channels, like the 20s and the 50s and the hundreds. Like I was doing the big channels, and then I kind of went down to the little channels because I could sort of hang out with them and do stuff. And then so I've always been sort of supporting all the, I call it very random crochet channels and knitting channels. I'm there, just sort of um, trying to help them out. So like Momma J, I feel you, like what you're doing. I kind of applaud what you're doing, and I sort of try to do that in my live streams when I can. And so like it's not about me per se, although I like to do stuff on live streams, but I also like to showcase other people because I'm really curious as to see what other people are doing. And I learn, through inspiration and all this. And I'm always looking for beauty and art and color, and that's kind of my thing. But anyway, so I sort of like hooked in with Dawn and Mora and some other, Angel Renee, some of the, smaller YouTubers. And it's been really cool. And they've, they've joined my channel, which is pretty awesome. I have like, I don't even know how many subscribers I have. I think I have like 1,300, somewhere in there. Um, it took me, about a year to get monetized, but then I just got very fortunate to get a few members, and that's kind of cool. And we just like to hang out, and that's kind of what I do. And when I can, I like to hang out. So if you guys want to hang out, like come and hang out and be kind and nice and um, build each other up. Like I'm very happy, and that's why I'm here. I just want to say, hey, I really appreciate what you guys are doing. And
You ain't say you'd like to hang out with me.
well, girl, you're up like all hours of the night. See, I'll be asleep. What I'll do is I'll put my head on your on your lap while you crochet. Because Sandrine's up all hours of the night. I get up early, so anyway. So that's my evil story and what I like to do, and so.
Do you have one goal in mind now that you're monetized? Is there another level you're trying to go to, or a next thing you're trying to do,
Ooh.
or a golden nugget you could drop for someone who is thinking about it but hasn't pushed the button yet?
Yeah, I would say just give it a try. And I wasn't sure how it was. You never know how it's going to go. And then, but the thing is, and like I was talking to Maura about this yesterday. You never really know who's going to come along with you, and along the way, you meet people, and you not saying that you segregate in these groups, but these groups do help you sort of along the way, and it's really good. But I would just say, just like have fun. Like for me, I feel like a lot of people like you want to be serious, but I really think you need to have fun because if there's no joy, then it's not good. You know what I mean?
Right, then it's work. Then
It's
Well,
work.
Yes.
Yes.
We can do
So you
that.
need to have joy. Whatever you do, just have joy. And so that's sort of the way I've been kind of approaching my life. I think I've always been that way. And if it doesn't give me joy, then I kind of go another direction. You know what I'm saying? So
I get it. I
yeah,
truly
it's
get
like
it.
joy. Yeah, I just need joy in my life. Like everybody's going through
Joy,
something.
joy, joy,
You know how it
joy.
is. And so you just have to, like, it's hard. Like it's hard being here on this earth. There's a lot going on. You know, we've had some
Life
issues
is
and
hard for everyone.
life
Yes,
is
it
hard for
is.
everyone. Yes. So
Yes.
you have to find the joy. So like when I see Sandrine working at my blanket, I just go, she's like, she's doing so well. Yeah, it's mine. So
I wonder when you're gonna say that.
yeah. But I mean,
Forgive
I'm
me.
just amazed. I'm just amazed at what people do, at what they're able to do, and the ideas that they have, and that's really cool.
Don't pay attention to the person
Regina.
behind the curtain.
Oh,
I'm trying to figure out how to pin the
Go
link.
on your other device and go to the YouTube side and
hmm
hit pin and hit the screen and hit pin and the pin up at the top of your screen.
Okay. So I'm
uh,
just gonna drop it in the chat again for anyone who might be looking for it in case you are trying to come up on the panel.
yes, and
And
thank you,
and
Angel.
thank you for coming up and sharing. You know, I
Yes.
think that there are some other people that are sitting in the chat right now.
hmm
Good to see you too, Regina. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. And people are
Thank you,
still coming
girl. Thank
in.
you, girl.
So VJ, I love you, boo. Thank you for joining. I don't know if I said hi earlier.
You
Um,
did.
Liz
We did,
from
yes.
Life Talk with Liz. Thank you so very much for joining us. I truly appreciate you. Diane Conley, I don't know if I thanked you for joining us. Welcome in, everyone. I truly enjoy you all being here. I know there are other places that you could choose to be, and I thank you for choosing to be here with me. Today we are Sheila
Sheila,
Croft.
look what Sheila said.
No, that's my blanket.
Oh, mm-mm.
No, that's my blanket. Don't
Girl,
get
I've
it
already claimed
twisted.
it. So
Divergent Crafter says she's not a content creator, but worked in graphic design for years.
oh,
So a golden nugget is planned for growth by your domain and set up business accounts and socials in your channel name early. Got it.
oh, okay.
We need to talk.
Yes.
Can you hit me up on IG and I'll try
Hi,
to
Don
find you?
P. Don P
Hi,
is
Don
here.
T. Yes. Oh, Deborah Richardson.
We got
Welcome,
37 people in the building.
welcome
Monica,
in,
you
Mine
can
says
Don
help me,
40.
P.
girl.
Mine says
And,
40.
and, and, and those of you on the panel and off the panel, anyone who has shared me, God bless you. Thank you so very much. Thank you. By the way, for those of you who are just coming in, I truly appreciate you being here with us today. I thank you so very much for joining us. Today we are talking about, Sunita, what's 40?
That's the number of people that I
People.
show 41 on my phone. 41
Oh,
people here.
Oh, it's 41 now. Yeah. It's
Yep.
41 people in
China,
the
please do
building.
me the courtesy of joining me. I was nervous once like you.
Come on, China.
Don't be afraid. Come
yes.
join us and have some fun with us and laugh and talk with us. I promise you, no one here is going to bite you. And even if they're a biter, you'll never feel it.
She has
Amen.
videos.
That's
I
funny.
try to only eat my amigurumi.
Yes.
Please type exclamation point fiber and
And
drop
drop
your
your
link.
link.
Yep.
China gonna make me a Michael Jackson doll.
She is. She is, and she has
Ooh.
her latest video showcases her recent within the last year
Doing her.
completed or finished objects and her whips.
That's great.
Oh, I said I was gonna show y'all
Sunita
my
said
Michael
we
Jackson
got
diamond painting
41
one
in
day. I
the
showed
chat,
to
and
y'all.
she's asking you to please put your thumbs up, leave your thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I truly appreciate it. Now, one of you well-versed YouTubers, tell us what is the importance of getting a thumbs up.
Engagement. It lets YouTube know that you enjoy what you're watching, and it's engagement. Whether you actually thumbs up or thumbs down, it doesn't matter. It's all engagement. They want that interaction. They want to see people Just communicating through the algorithm, it pushes you into the YouTube world. It lets people know that they like this content, they want to see more of it and more of what you want to see, so they can tailor what they send to you or what they show to you that they think that you will like.
Well, and then YouTube will push it out. The more
Yes.
thumbs you have, YouTube pushes it out and says, "Hey, you might like this," to just other people who haven't interacted your channel. It just, with all the lives that are going
What
on
it
in the
is.
world at any given moment, then maybe you'll get put out there. So somebody who wasn't even directed here from another channel, or will see you, will see your live, and then you'll get,
Niecy. Hey,
41 people.
Niecy.
Hello.
Niecy,
Hi,
hi,
Niecy.
Hi,
Yeah.
Niecy.
Also, sharing you out helps in that regard. Also,
So,
so
ladies, I have
everybody, if you have a community tab, like get to work in that community tab, and
Yeah.
'cause it's easy. It doesn't take but a
ladies,
moment.
I have another channel. I mean, another question for you to share. What is the one thing that you did that you wouldn't do again? What was your big mistake, if you made any, with YouTube, or something that you can suggest to us people who are just getting out there? Whatever you do, don't do this.
Don't engage in the drama. Okay.
I was
They'll
gonna say,
put you.
yeah,
They'll
don't
put you in
listen
it all the way through,
to
all the way
everything.
around. They'll say stuff you ain't say that they made up that you said. So don't engage in the drama. That's what I can tell you. Cut it.
One of
Yeah.
my YouTube don'ts was I put on a video. I love music. And most importantly, I'm a music lover. I'm a musician. I play the clarinet and I sing. And one of the things that I made the mistake of doing on YouTube was, I love lyrics. I'm not a songwriter, but I love a good, well-written verse, poetry, things of that sort. And I made the mistake of doing a live, and I was just testing it. It was my first time trying to test how to do the live, but I had the music playing. The song was "Put It on the Altar." I can't remember what the artist is right now.
Oh.
But I still have it out there, even though I got what they call a strike,
Yeah.
because it was it was a copyright strike. I think that's what they call it.
Yes.
But yes, that's what I did. I have a song, I mean a video out there of me testing for a live, and that song was playing in the background. So that's my big no to anybody is, you got to make sure that, like, you don't do graphics that are not yours for copyright purposes. And now this whole AI thing is out there, so you got to be careful of copyright in that regard. Well, you also can't apparently play music, or you can only play so many seconds or something of music, or you'll get a copyright strike as well.
Yeah, that's an interesting topic, the music. Yeah, I guess the biggest thing for me, and the other thing, I'll just throw this. This isn't a mistake, but I would say you have to be very careful with music on YouTube, because you will get a copyright claim, which means that you'll have to share revenue with the copyright owner. So you don't want to get a copyright strike. I don't know, like, what would push you over into a strike versus a claim. A claim means you don't have a negative thing against your channel, whereas a strike is a negative claim. But the other thing is, I would say, is do your own work. Like, a lot of people steal pictures. Sorry, hate to be negative.
They do.
But the stealing and stuff is a little bit, morally for me tough. Like, I can't, I don't agree with it. But I would say, like, do your own work.
Yes,
Show your
create
own
your
work.
own stuff. Yes.
Do your own stuff. Okay, I'll just put it like, thank you more. Yeah, I mean, that's the only other little piece of advice.
I try to be vigilant about giving people credit for,
Yes.
where I got what I got, because ain't none of this stuff unique. Somebody out there done did it. Somebody else done thought of it. Even if you were fiddling with your yarn and thought you came up with something because you've never seen it anywhere else, you best to believe crochet is not something specifically crochet. Knitting too. the history in both of those circumstances was not something that women did. Men did it originally, believe it or not. Men did both of those crafts. It was only something that we picked up after the men went off to war because they needed us to help put things together that they needed while they were away at war. So no one understand that most of the stuff that's out here, even if you playing around with a yarn and a hook or some needles and you think you invented something, it's very unlikely that you invented it. Somebody else out there probably did it before you did. Now, I'm not saying every time you do something, you got to go out there and do some research and find somebody to give credit for it. But if you see that it was just posted 2 weeks ago and here you are talking about, look what I did, then you really need to get over yourself. And if I offended you, I apologize.
Sorry, not sorry.
We got you, Angel. We know you doing what you do best, and that's being a mom. Listen, you got to live life and live it to the fullest, because if you don't live life, it will live you, and it will live you hard. My grandma told me that too.
Dawn want to show her merch.
Thank you,
Oh,
Sandra.
let me make you big. I'm gonna blow you
no.
up.
I mean, thank you, Momma J, but this is for you. I just wanted to show you. You said to put the panels in on the sides. See, it takes a village in all areas of life. Momma J said put the panels on the sides to give it the additional room that I wanted.
Darling.
That I was looking for.
Yes, you better work. You better work. Too cute. Are you going to add another row or you want it short?
I think, I'm going to do a ribbing, like a ribbing, like the hem.
Yeah, front post, back post.
Yeah.
Are you going to do a front post, back post?
Yes. Yeah, like a ribbing for the the edges, and then I'm going to do sleeves. So sleeves will look like this, but they'll have a cuff. And I think
are you doing a full sleeve or a 3/4 sleeve?
Oh, a full sleeve. Yeah, this is a fall. This is a fall acrylic. Do you think it needs another row, or a border would be enough?
I think the border would be plenty, baby.
It depends on how far you want it to come down, but yeah.
You want it down lower?
No,
I noticed you pulling it in the front.
I was just trying to see how it's going to
Are your shoulders sewn? Have you sewn your shoulder?
Yes.
So now, here's what you need to decide. Do you want a skull on your shoulder, or do you want skulls in front and skull in back with a seam on the shoulder?
Yeah, this would be the seam right here.
Okay, so with the seam on your shoulder, now stand up again and look at your back. Is it low enough for you in the back?
You might want to go one more row.
That's what I'm thinking.
Me too.
Is
I can do that.
Yep.
Yeah, I can do that.
Because but then you don't necessarily have to go another row. Because when you start adding your front post, back post, if that's as short as you want it to be, then I would
make it
do
longer too.
A little bit of decreasing, so it'll fit a little snugger around your back.
Right. Yeah, that's because that's my natural waist. So this is hitting at the midpoint of my hips, like the top of my hips is right here. Yeah, so it's kind of the top of my hips, a little bit below, which I think is a perfect length.
Well, okay, that's good. Then go on, add your ribbon, hunter.
Yep. Thank you.
So I would add the ribbing. Yep. And when you add the ribbing, there you go. When you add the ribbing, I would do a little bit of decreasing, particularly in the back.
To cinch it in, yes.
So that it'll pull in more around your waist.
Yep. Yeah. It'll be more flattering that way. But yes, the other day you said, and I've been diligently working on. So you want to ask me why I don't sleep? Here's all my hours of not sleeping.
Well, I sleep and I got a lot of hours of working. You see this?
Yes, you do.
It's
Thank
gonna look
you.
great on my
Thank you,
couch.
Angel Renee.
That is going to be too cute. Now, are you doing something on the front for the lapel? Are you going to add that ribbing up the
Yes.
front as well?
Yes. Yeah.
Too
Thank
cute.
you. Thank you.
Too cute. I'm loving it. I'm feeling that.
Thank you.
Marissa, if you want your link dropped, you got to type in
Yeah, she got it.
exclamation point.
She figured it out.
Okay.
They told her in the chat. She figured it out.
Okay.
Hola, Maritza.
Yes, hola Maritza.
¿Cómo
Thank you,
está?
Gloria.
Gloria.
I think they have your
So
number.
Kelly,
It's-
I have another question for you. When you
Mhm.
decided to join people on the YouTube streets, how did you decide what part of your life, your area, what would be in your background?
That's a very good question. I'm all over the place in my I have several corners of my house that I'm in. So you might see me here.
In the
This
kitchen.
is my den. And this is like I love this is my husband hates it because I sit here all the time. But we have these reclining chairs. It's a recliner built into the couch. So I'm here all the time. So I put my feet up. I'm crocheting, I'm knitting. So I'm here all the time. And then sometimes I'm in my dining room table, so you might see me there. Sometimes I'm in my yard, so you'll see me there. But I originally started out at my dining room table because I really didn't have a craft room. We have we have 3 bedrooms, 4 people. Is that what it is? Yeah. No. Well, we had 3 bedrooms, 4 people, and now we're down to 2 people. So we have our guest room now is kind of in my one daughter. So I've been using my one daughter's room as a studio where I've been sort of doing some video there. So you might see me there. So anyway, I'm all over the place. And that kind of explains like my whole life. I'm everywhere and doing everything. So it just depends how I feel. But I think like you should pick a nice quiet area where you can do your videos and sort of think about things like that. So I've sort of taken over my one daughter's room because they both moved out. And so I've been sort of doing a little bit more creating in there. And that's kind of a new thing. I started that probably like a month ago. So that's the long convoluted answer to your
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you all for sharing. I really appreciate your willingness to share. Penny, you want to tell us why you decided where you decided in your house that you would share?
Well,
Okay, one second, Penny. One second. Sanita said, "Great job with thumbs, y'all." And Dawn said Dawn that she can't wait to see the finished project. Convergence say you're going to use the black and white for the ribbing.
Black. Yes.
Also, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm going to go ahead and drop down. I got to go see what my family is doing about dinner. But I've really enjoyed being on the panel. And thank you so much, Momma J, for having me up today. And thank you to everybody in the chat. And thanks for everybody on the panel. And I really enjoyed being with all of you up here today. So.
Mara, thank you so much for joining us, for sharing your content and your information. Can you drop your line one more time before you head out so that people who may have came in late.
I'll keep you running on my phone and maybe I'll still say something from the chat. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, Momma J is nosy. What you eating?
That's what she's gonna go find out.
Well, I bought some ground turkey yesterday, and we have tortillas, so I was thinking about cooking up some ground turkey taco meat. I was supposed to do that yesterday, but then we just did other stuff instead.
We're having
like Mexican night.
We're having kibasi spaghetti tonight with spinach pasta. I don't know if you guys are familiar with super greens. But we use the super greens pasta, and we have some turkey kibasi and some good old Prego spaghetti sauce. I'm sorry, Penny.
Oh no, I was talking to my
See you
cat. I was like,
tomorrow.
oh,
We'll see you in these YouTube
Yep.
streets.
And tomorrow I'll be visiting Kelly, so come and check me out there. Okay.
You'll be visiting Kelly.
I bring
I
it
bring
every
it.
day.
Okay.
Right there,
So
you know.
when will we see you again on your channel, Mara?
I don't know if I'll be probably putting out some videos this week, and then we've got our West Coast Wednesdays with Dawn
Okay.
on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific time.
Cool. So we'll see you then.
All
Thank
right,
you again
take
for
care.
joining us, and thank you for sharing.
Yes,
See ya.
my pleasure. Take care.
Do you,
ladies.
Boo?
Bye.
So I'm sorry, Penny. Can you tell us where you decided and why you decided on this location to share with YouTube?
oh, certainly no apologies necessary anyway. But my recliner here in my room, it's just easier for me. It's the most comfortable piece of furniture I have. It's just it's the best place for me to do, whether it's videos, morning scripture readings, lives. Yeah. So, but that's just my better such situation location. Yeah. At least currently.
Cool. Thank you. And thank you for sharing. Dawn, Divergent says she can't wait to see your skull project finished.
Thank you, Divergent. I'll be sharing as much as I can when you see me. I'm excited to finish also.
Dawn,
Yes.
Red Heart got some black and white yarn that would look good.
Mm.
Ribbon around that blanket. It's variegated.
Oh, cardigan.
I mean around your jacket.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see if I can find mine so I can
And
let
you
you
know
see
what
it.
I was thinking about, since you're doing the front post, back post, is I don't know how many rows you're planning on doing, but if you're planning on doing
About 2 inches.
approximately 3 rows, give or take, of
Yeah.
double
It's a
crochet.
worsted, maybe
So
4.
I was going to
Yeah.
suggest a black, white, and black. Um,
Alternating. Yeah.
no, just black, white, and black. That one strip of white in the middle of that black. I think that would be just enough white to match the amount of white you have versus black in the jacket.
Beetlejuice.
Let me go.
Yeah.
So do you think, but my concern was that because it becomes a stripe, do you think the stripe would take away from the skulls?
Not at all.
Mm.
No, I think it'll give it a nice effect.
I think that black and white ribbing on the edges, the
cuff.
cuffs, and on the
Yes.
hem, I think that would accentuate it really. And then around here too, I think that would accentuate it really nice.
Yeah,
And when you get down to the corner, coming around the front on the bottom, when you put the ribbing in, I know a lot of people do the ribbing back and forth, and then after they do the ribbon back and forth on the bottom, then they come up around the neck and go back down. If I could suggest you consider, when you start in the corner, when you get to that corner in the front, like start in the back of your jacket, and when you get to the corner in the front, do 3 double crochets in the corner to come around the corner and make it a cohesive come around the corner, instead of a ribbon going this way, stop, and then ribbon going this way.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
This way, with the 3 coming around the corner, it'll look like it's just an infinite ribbon going all the way around.
Yeah, a smooth line.
And then you just make your connection and change color in the back. Do the slip stitch in the back for each row, and then change your color in the slip stitch. If you need help with it, I'll help you out with that.
Thank you. Yeah, when you see me looking down, I've been taking notes.
Dawn P said, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
That's cute.
Oh, and Deborah Richardson, thank you so much for joining us. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know if you were here earlier and I'm just seeing you, because that's likely. And please, if it's the case, charge it to my head and not to my heart. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Oh no. Okay, I'm back.
I am
Sorry
curious,
about that.
what is everyone going? What is everyone's go-to ribbing technique? I prefer the slip stitch ribbing. Oh yeah, yeah. I like that one too because it's stretchier. But I also do the
Front post, back post for me.
back loop only ribbing as well.
I've only done the
What's
back
yours?
loop only.
The back loop only.
Yeah, that's all I've done so
Now,
far.
is that the back loop only or the back post? Two different things.
Back loop only.
Back loop only.
Mhm.
Okay. But for this jacket, you're doing back post, front post.
Oh no, I've only done back loop only, so I will look into the back post, front post, and see, because there's a YouTube tutorial that I can't think of off the top of my head who it is, but that gave me the inspiration of how to, in addition to what you said, but it was the exact same with the rectangles, you know, for the sleeves in the front. But I did like the ribbing that she did for the trim. And I have it saved in my playlist, but it'd take me way too long to look it up. I'm sorry, you guys. But yeah, there's a fall cardigan out there and it has a really nice ribbing. And I like the look of the style, not my colors, but the style I appreciate. So yeah, that's my inspiration. So I need to go see again what she's doing.
The ribbing that Dawn is talking about, back loop only, would leave like a little ridge horizontally in the ribbing.
Yes.
Right.
Back loop only is going to take a stitch of the yarn and make it protrude forward or backward, alternating back forward and backward. That's the difference between back loop versus front post, back post. I don't particularly care for a front post, back post. I like front post and then double crochet the next stitch, front post, double crochet. I don't like that hump in the back. I like just to protrude out in the front and then otherwise be flush. So that's my go-to ribbing in answer to your question, Divergent. Anyone else care to share on the panel what your preferred ribbing is?
Well, again, I'm very new at this, but this is back loop only.
Right.
What did I do? Half double crochet, back loop only scarf I made, and then I have matching fingerless gloves and a hat.
So are you going to do your back loops horizontally, or are you going to go up and down, back and forth, up and down?
I would like to go up and down. I think that would be a neat effect. I just haven't done it before. So I haven't done any of this before. This is all brand new.
Because the only difference with going up and down is when you go back up towards the fabric, you need to slip stitch in the next 2 stitches and then turn around and back loop only coming back down. But I can send you a video to show you how to do that.
Ooh.
And
that color right there.
Sandrine is showing you.
Oh, what color is that, Sandrine?
That's zebra. And
that's
it got some newspaper too.
Newspaper.
Yeah, I like the newspaper because it's got longer
variegations.
Yeah, the colors last longer.
Yeah, this one's zebra, but they also got a newspaper one too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sandrine.
Oh wait, she's pulling up the newspaper. I gotta blow it back up.
Come on, Dick. I got both of them. So.
Yeah, see, I like the
but the newspaper got gray. It got gray, white, and black.
Yeah.
Oh, so then she might want to stay with the zebra then.
Yeah, she might want to stay with the zebra
instead of incorporating that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yep.
I can knit ribbing. Yes, I can. I know how to knit. Thank you, VJ. And I do. Yeah. Oh, I missed the first part, but okay.
You missed what first part, dear? I'm sorry.
Oh, from the Crochet Queen. It's okay. I can go back. It's okay.
This one?
Oh yes. She likes the back.
She said she liked the
front
back
post.
post, front post like
Okay.
me.
Okay, Chris. I hope I didn't miss you. She said she was going to go take her meds about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
She said she'll be right back.
That's why you had to put me on mute. I had forgot to put it on mute, but I had to take my meds. I tried to.
Oh no, I put you on mute because of the crinkling.
Yeah, just my meds was in the bag.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hope no one gets offended. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope no one gets offended if I put them on mute. I didn't put you on.
Yeah, you did, but I'm glad you did. I had forgot.
Penny, I noticed she's on mute. Did you put yourself on mute? Because it won't let me unmute you.
She put herself on mute.
Oh, okay.
You unmuted.
Yeah. I get it. I got it. Yeah, I don't mean no harm. I'm just trying to be courteous of everybody on the panel. If I mute you, it's just as my years as a corporate trainer when COVID or that I don't know if that's allowed to be said, but when that pandemonium hit us, I had to go to virtual training. And you would not believe how many people would come into a virtual training class and the kids is hollering, the dogs is barking. And, it's one thing for us to be live on a YouTube channel and, all bets are off. It's another thing when people have paid to come into a training class and your dog is barking and you don't have the sense of a sieve to put your phone on mute or just not come to the training that day. Because how are you focusing if your dog is barking? But then, some people are able to tune things out. I wasn't able to tune the dog out. And the other people in the class had paid to be there too. And since that was my bread and butter and I wasn't getting paid to, let people bark, I needed to mute people.
Well, look, when I used to work... When I used to work at Publix, everybody don't know what Publix is. It's a grocery store. I used to work at Publix, and I used to work in the front office. That's when we have to do send out money orders and all this stuff in Western Union.
Welcome back, Chris.
The people would come up to the thing, and they were like, "You hear that beeping noise?" I'm like, "What beeping noise?" That beeping noise. I said, "Oh, that's the fire alarm."
Oh, that's
but when they leave, I don't hear it no more because they point it out. I'm like, we got so used to it. It don't bother us. We don't hear it, but you seem to hear it. She they were like, I don't see how you can stand and listen to it all day. I don't hear it. I tuned it out a long time ago.
Yeah, some people can do that. I'm not one of those people. That's Chinese water torture for me. You're going to have to cut that out. I had a guy in my class. He had one of these pins. And I guess it was a nervous twitch. So he was... And, at first I was like, all ambient noises in the background, if you could please mute yourself. You don't have to stop doing what you're doing, but if you could please mute yourself for the courtesy of the other people in the classroom. And he's just, I guess he was oblivious to it. So after a while, I was like, you really going to keep clicking that pen? And then he left. He left the class, and wanted a refund. I was like, yeah, okay, wait for that.
Yeah, just like my cousin, she pops gum. It gets on all my nerves.
Oh,
but guilty as charged. I don't chew gum when I get on my lives because when I tell you, every time my jaws close, I could pop that gum
20 times.
Listen, so I don't chew gum on my lives, and my husband. He's like, Lori, I'm going to reach in your mouth and snatch your gum. So I come up here in my room because I pop. Not only do I pop, like most people who can pop their gum, it's a way that they can force air into the gum and pop, which is what I do.
That's what my cousin
do. Between my teeth. But then there's other things that I do. Like I will almost like blow a bubble, but not blow it out of my mouth because I think it's disgusting that the gum might catch germs in the air and put them in my mouth. So I kind of spread the gum like I'm going to blow. and then I suck on it and pop holes in the gum. That I see you cringing, Kelly. My husband. When I tell you, he's like, that's it.
I ain't never thought about blowing the bubbles out and you kiss germs. I'm just like, huh?
Yeah, I'm kind of a germaphobe. I don't shake hands. I will hug you and take my chances on our clothes mixing together, but I will not touch. You can't touch my hands. My hands, I do a lot of things with my hands to me personally. So I will not shake hands. That is just
you talking about
Momma J.
The reason you won't shake hands because you are scared somebody might been digging in their butt or something like that.
Listen, you can keep that to yourself, Sandrine. TMI. I didn't know that you was into that, but you can keep that to yourself. Okay. I just don't want nobody touching me.
I'm just saying. That's
with
why you
their
want
dirty hands.
I'm just trying to find all the reasons why you won't touch hands, because people dig in their butt and their nose and all that kind of stuff.
Welcome in, Sandrine. Sandrine, girl. You better know. You done did it now. Welcome in, Zach.
Hello,
Hey,
Zach.
I'm just asking.
Look over there.
In the mail, Deborah, who you putting checks in the mail for, baby?
Oh, that guy who wanted the refund for clicking his pen.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He better not hold his breath.
He doing too much.
Yes.
Squirrel.
Oh, that's what it is, squirrel?
No, I'm just.
Yeah, with Sandrine.
It's from that movie. Yeah. From the movie.
I know what you mean.
Up. Anyway.
Gum pop. Yes, Regina. Yes. Yes. And I love it. It's like therapeutic to me to pop my gum. It is so
Michelle, which girl?
Zen.
Wow.
But my sister,
Michelle, you watching SVU is on.
My sister Dawn, the one in the chat. I don't pop gum around her. She does not like the gum popping at all. And the other reason why I like chewing gum, because I got a lot going on. There's a lot of me to love. And I was told that chewing gum kind of helps to,
tighten the jaw muscles. Yeah, keep it tight. Mm-hmm.
And I would be so much more cuter if my skin would do that. And it's going to take a whole
Honey,
lot
we all would.
All of us. Yes, BJ, I could pop with the best of them. That's the best way to say it, honey.
Wow.
When I say I could pop some gum. So we're going to have to do a live and see if there's anybody interested in some gum popping.
Trigger warning. Gum popping competition.
Yeah, that's one of those, what do they call it? ASMRs?
Yes.
Yep.
You think there's a space for that?
There might be.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Sure. Yep.
If there's pimple popping and boil popping and yes.
I gotta find
mukbangs. Oh yeah.
VJ Regina, we gotta find the ASMR for the gum popping. We might have get us a little concert going on. Now you want to know one thing that I really can't take that I see some people do in lives, and I've actually
eat with their mouth open.
No, you can eat with your mouth open. That's not a problem for me. I mean, I would probably prefer not to hear that, but people who clear their inhale, like clear their sinuses
like that.
No, the sniffing don't bother me. It's more guttural, but please don't do it, because then I'm gonna have to mute you. But it's a lot more guttural. But they like suck in and clear their sinuses, and
thank you.
It's a lot for me. My gag reflex is very, very sensitive, and all I can imagine is something being in your throat as a result of So.
I'm sorry if that bothers anybody, but it gets to me too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I try to put myself on mute.
Right. You know, and some people do it and do it and like it was nothing. Like, oh well.
Yeah.
We can see you. There's a mute button for a reason. I say I wish I had a mute button in real life though, so you didn't have to hear any noises. I would love that.
I hate when somebody spit in front of me. I can't stand it.
I understand, Chris. I'm very sensitive to how many people do not want to hear me pop gum because I've heard enough people express it that I've become very sensitive to it. So I don't even bother to put it in my mouth because it's a knee-jerk reaction. It's not even something that, you know, I go in with the intentions of popping.
Right.
You
I
know,
be like, my dear, little girl, stop popping that gum.
Yep, that was me.
Excuse me for a moment. I'll be back.
As far as the other noise that we prefer not to think about, I try to tell myself, you know, they can't help it. They're just some of them they can't help it. They need to do that. Like even though I'm going, you know,
right.
I was like, okay, Pen, just step away. That's all.
Right, and that's typically if I'm around somebody that I know is capable of doing it. I sang at my church for over 14 years. And one of the members of the team, the praise team, she had really bad sinus issues. Like she had her adenoids scraped and she had asthma. She just had a lot of problems and she would talk like this. And then eventually, as soon as she started doing that, I'm like, nah.
Yeah, I do all that.
It was just a matter of time before she got to the point where it got so good to her that she felt compelled to, I call it snort. She had to snort, and I was
turn
done
on the Hoover.
But everybody in my family do it, so we're used to that. So
okay.
Oh, I've heard a lot of it in the past. Yes, I don't mean to offend anybody. I really don't. I just, yeah.
Yeah, I grind my teeth at night.
Yeah, my sister used to grind so bad you could hear the popping sounds.
Wow.
She had to wear a brace because she was literally filing down her teeth, grinding her teeth.
Absolutely, Debbie. Yes.
Like when I get from under this cover, like now, I ain't under the cover. And my body chills up, my sinus already messed up. I can hear it coming on. I can feel it coming on.
What do you think about people eating on panel?
I usually cut my camera off.
Yeah, I don't
want to see your food when you chew it, and I think ready for you to swallow it. I don't want to see that because I'm gonna be sick.
Not only that, I'm afraid of what you might sound like. Smacking ain't my problem. You know, it's just some of the other things you could be doing while you're going in. So I would prefer you not eat on my panel. Just like they have those what do they call them? Mukbangs?
Yes.
Oh, child. And I've seen some mukbangs where it looked where it didn't even look like they chewed. It looked like they literally inhaled and swallowed. Like, you know, which would be favorable because then I wouldn't hear any of the others, but except for the slurping or sucking, you know.
I gotta tell you, Momma J, you know, what makes no sense is if it's so good, shut it so it all stays in, okay?
Yeah, that would make sense to me too.
Sorry. Sort of.
Why are you apologizing? I'm sorry, not sorry. Like,
well, I did throw a sort of in there.
But what I will do is if I go to someone's channel and they are enjoying what they're doing, then I leave. I don't have an opinion to share. If that's what you do in your world, then I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut. So I'll find somewhere else to be with my nuts. I'm not gonna get in somebody's channel.
Trying to get a
Why
nut.
you do? I'm Sandrine.
She put it out there. She feeling the hole for
I'm gonna reach out and touch you.
I'm about that life, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You know I keep it moist, baby.
It's not midnight yet.
Oh, well, she said
Not
it.
even midnight anywhere near here.
No, it is not.
Here,
No.
Renee, I'm with you on the mukbangs. No, thank you on the muck
No, thank
and the
you.
bang. You can keep both of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, y'all are really touching my heart. I can't say enough how much I appreciate the time that y'all have decided to devote to being here with me. You know, I'm loving it. I gotta tell you, I decided to do this whole question thing with YouTube content creators because I don't believe that I'm the only one out here that said when what would make somebody want to spend that kind of time with me? Because that was my biggest question was what makes me think that somebody wants to sit and in a chat room and talk with me and other people like you can't and look at me. I mean, my husband likes looking at me, thank God. You know, that's a good thing. But aside from my husband having a desire to look at me and all my fluffiness, I just couldn't imagine anybody else wanting to look at me. When I first thought about doing YouTube, I really thought about just showing my hands. Like literally, I was gonna go and get a manicure and make sure, because that's another thing, is to see people's hands and the cuticles is peeling and the dirt is under their nails and you got your hands out there doing stuff, and that's not appealing to me. So I was gonna go and get my nails perfectly coiffed, and then I was just gonna show my hands doing whatever I'm doing on the video. You would hear my voice, but you wouldn't see my face. That's what I thought was going to be what Momma J did, and that was going to be the perfect thing for Momma J. But you guys seem to like to look at my round brown face, and I'm loving it, you know.
And we love it too. And sincerely, I said the same thing. And for many, many years, when I saw people doing this as a thing, I didn't think that I had value to bring to the YouTube space. And there was nothing that I thought that I could contribute that would be a benefit that anybody would be interested in. However, companionship and good company, and you're relatable. And that's huge. That's huge. Authenticity and relatability is something that's missing in the average YouTube video that you find that's polished and perfectly edited and all that you were speaking on. This is a real space with real people that we can connect with. And that has more value than you can imagine.
That's true.
Yeah, I really didn't think that anybody wanted to see my face and watch me talk and just talk about yarn, you know. I saw
Girl, show me the yarn. Oh yeah, show me the yarn. Yes, you speak my language. we want the yarn.
But I really appreciate you all, you know, coming and sharing and trying to help some of these people who might be out in the, you know, in the what do y'all call it?
YouTube street.
No, not the YouTube streets. What do you call it when people are not chatting in the live, but they're here?
Lurkers.
In the bushes. In the bushes. Some
bushes.
people in the bushes, they might not even be so comfortable as to be in the because I'm gonna tell you something. I lurked in the bushes on a lot of people's channel for a long time before I actually let them know that I was there, before I said a word. I just sat back, and I'm a people watcher. So I just sat back and observed and, you know, had to make up in my mind that this was someplace I wanted to be. Because like I said, I've been in some corners of this YouTube world where it's like, what in the ham sandwich, as Kelly says, are you doing over here? You know? So I've had some interesting encounters, for lack of a better word. Oh, thank you, Nana. No, one thing, I'm consistent. If it is fake, it's going to be consistently fake because, you know, I don't know how to do anything but be me. Because my mother, God rest her soul, was very important to me. She taught me some very valuable things, but she also taught me to respect my elders. And I spent a lot of time with my grandmother. And one of the other things my grandmother told me is you have to love yourself. It is very important that you love yourself because you have to not just love yourself, but you got to like yourself because you take you everywhere you go. And if you don't like you here, then you're not going to like you over there. And that's why a lot of people struggle because they can't be alone with their own thoughts. That's how much they're self-loathing. So it was very important to me that I learned how to love me and like me. And I believe that I have a healthy relationship because I like me before I worried about someone else liking or validating me. So unfortunately, I'm one of those like me or love me kind of people because I'm not going to be anybody but me because I have to like who I am at the end of the day. And if I'm trying to be somebody that I'm not, then I don't like me. I'm not happy. And if I'm not happy, then I'm not going to do anything else but be me. So here it is, like it or lump it, you know. My hands have never be camera ready as I work in the metal. Oh, you know what? There's a solution to that too, Divergent, because I saw there's a lady that I follow. I can't think of her name right now, but she wears some of the cutest gloves and she changes them up. She wears different ones. Most of the time she has on a pair of black ones with like like they got tweed, a little tweed in them, but she wears gloves and she keeps it pushing and she doing her thing. I don't remember, is she one of my knitters? Because I don't know if y'all know, some of y'all don't know that I'm bi crafty. So I don't know if she's a knitter or a crocheter, or she might be one of my macrame chicks because I like macrame too. Or loom knitting because I loom knit too. But in any event, there's a young lady out there or old lady, I don't know, because she doesn't show her face and she doesn't talk. She has closed captions on and she uses her hands. And as a matter of fact, she starts off her video giving you the recipe. And the recipe for her, she calls it a recipe, but she gives you the materials that you're going to need to do the video along with her. And then after she gives you the recipe and she shows you a picture of the finished product, she has timestamps in her videos, but she has gloves on. She literally has gloves on. So don't let it stop you, Divergent. I believe you got some stuff that we would love to see and would benefit from watching and seeing you do. Oh, thank you. She said I got a pretty face. Thank you so much. My hands are always a mess. My thumbs busted the other day on the end. Oh, I didn't realize until. Oh, I'm so sorry, Regina.
Be careful with yourself, girl.
Listen, I call all y'all babies from the oldest to the youngest. And Regina, you know you my baby. So you gotta do better, baby. You gotta take care of you. Do you, boo. Choose you. I came in to say hello, but then usually just lurk. I try always to be upbeat and positive. Hey, I'm with you, Dawn P. I can't have it any other way, you know, because if I'm somewhere where I'm miserable, I got to go. We ain't not hanging around here. Momma J always real, which I like because I'm sorry, I can't stand fake people. Nope. And well, I don't know if you being fake. I just know that I don't do inconsistency. You know, if you one way today and then there's another you tomorrow, the only thing I can assume is one or two things. Either you ain't figured it out or maybe you're bipolar. And if you're bipolar, I'm going to pray for you, you know. But even my bipolar friends, you can tell, for me, I can tell someone who, you know, has mood altering situations going on and someone who is just trying to be somebody they ain't. Because the real you ultimately comes out. You know what I'm saying? What's in the dark eventually comes to the light. I never thought in a million years that I would start a channel and doing videos. A lot of you encouraged me to start doing videos. Yeah, I remember when you first started, you used to do mukbang. Speaking of mukbang, Zach,
Yeah, he
Zach
did.
has run the gambit and is really doing well from a standpoint of setting goals in his channel and meeting them. Kudos to you. You know, when I grow up, I want to be like you, boo.
And he's one of the first people that encouraged me, in addition to everyone else I had mentioned. I can't remember if I said, but I do want to give props to Zach, because he was, and I believe I did, but now that you're here, you can hear it yourself, Zach. I hope you heard it before, but I'll say it again. Thank you so much for showing me everything that you did and teaching me and being so kind to me. I really do appreciate you.
Yeah, I can appreciate that because, like I said, when I first started out, actually, I was watching. Some of you know her very well, OVW Marcel.
Yep.
I was watching Marcel. I wasn't saying anything, and I didn't comment on her channel often. But I was watching her when she was the first one, I believe, that came out with the expression off the hook or fresh
Off
off
the
the
hook.
hook or
Fresh
something
off the
like
hook.
that. But she was the first one that came up with that. Everyone, you know, it's trends. She is truly a trendsetter in this crochet environment because she was one of the first ones I saw out there doing a lot of what has become commonplace today when it comes to crocheting. For those of you who don't know her, I'm talking about OVW, One Virtuous Woman. Excuse me. And
She'll enabler too. That's how I got my addy.
yeah.
Oh.
And it's and then from her it was Little John Yarns.
Mm.
And then from Little John Yarns, I've always been a crocheter, but I wanted to learn to knit because the one thing that I disdained at the time about crocheting was I didn't like holes in my work. And one of the first things that Nana Michelle can appreciate this that I learned how to crochet was things with holes in it, doilies, the granny stitch, everything that I did, even though they are heavier projects, you know, because crocheting is typically when I was first introduced to it, other than the doilies, a fall winter thing, a sweater weather type thing, especially if you are into making wearables, which is what I like to do. But the ponchos that my mom made me back in the 70s, when ponchos were really big and in, they all had holes in them. I was always cold. I was anemic. So I didn't like to crochet things because even though they were supposed to keep me warm, they were holy. You know, so I always liked knit because knit was a closed fabric, but I didn't know how to knit. And my mom didn't teach me how to knit. She taught me how to crochet. She did them both. And so I started loom knitting. But then while I was loom knitting, TL Yarn Crafts, Tony, she had just started out. She wasn't nearly as big as she is now. I've watched her, you know, grow to where she is now. She was doing Tunisian, and that's when I learned about a crochet style that would have the stitches closed, so closed that there were no holes in the fabric. That's what made me fall in love with Tunisian. I I love Tunisian for that. Um, and then I went from Tony TL Yarn Crafts to all of a plethora of people out here since then. But I say all that to say, Dawn talks about Zach and how Zach was part of her early startings. For me, it was Dana from Creatively Creative Crochet And at the time, she had a character that she was doing. She is a hidden gem with what she does as far as her character.
The grandma, yeah.
The grandma, I don't know if she created it, but she crocheted a hat. And then she took sponge rollers.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Made the hat into like a wig with hair rollers in it. And her skits were phenomenal. I would love to see her bring that back, because the minute she brings grandma back, it's going to be on and popping, because she is phenomenal in that regard. I mean, she's phenomenal anyway, but that was my early beginnings with her. And then I finally got enough nerve when she started doing lives to come up on her live. So that's where my early beginnings began, like you with Zach doing. So I could appreciate, and some of the others that you mentioned. So I could appreciate, giving that wink and a nod to those who first got you started. And I'm hoping with us being on this panel that some of you out there in that chat or, in those bushes are getting inspired or feel compelled to, if there's been any rumblings about you considering doing this, you can do it. You can get it done. Come on, join us.
It ain't nothing but a thing.
If you want to go live and you're afraid to be out there by yourself, I'll come up there with you. I promise I won't take over.
There's room for everybody. I keep saying the more there is, the stronger we are. So please, yes, there's more than enough room for everyone. Anyone who wants to, absolutely. Anybody here would be more than willing to help you, and you'd be surprised. There's other people out there that will.
Yeah, the first time I went live, Sandrine told me, she said, Lori, if you want to go live, I'll come up there with you. And she was a woman of her word. She did just that. She came up there with me, and I felt better because I wasn't out there by myself. You know what my biggest fear is every Sunday when I come on to do this live? I'm going to be transparent and tell y'all. The first couple of minutes when I start the live, Chris Kaleidoscope, you have no idea what it does to my heart that you are in that chat waiting for me to hit the go live. Because so many times, am I the only one? When you go live and there's nobody out there and you wonder if anybody's coming.
I pop up when I pop up.
Look, it used to bother me, but now I'm just like, whatever. I talk to myself at home anyway. So if y'all come or don't come, I'm going to talk to myself and I'm going to tell y'all what's up. Will I stay if nobody come? Probably not.
Divergent. Listen, there's an expression, a biblical expression. I've been a base and I've been abound. And what I mean by that is I've been skinny, and now I won't say I'm flat. I'm fat. I'm going to say I'm pleasingly plump. Okay? I'm fluffy. As the comedian says, I can't think of his name right now.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Yes, he's fluffy. There's a lot of me to love, baby. Okay, and one
my
day
husband love it all.
And what'd you say, baby?
I said my husband love it all.
Yeah, hello. And I need for you to understand that my husband was not a fan of a big girl. He's just a fan of this big girl. Okay. And what I mean by a base and a bound, meaning that I've had and I've had not. When I graduated from high school, I'm 5'9". When I graduated from high school, I was 100 pounds soaking wet.
Ooh, skinny.
Not skinny. Not skinny. My daddy told me, I came in the house crying one day because this boy that I had a crush on called me bony.
Oh,
and
wow.
My father wiped my tears.
Aww.
And right in my very face, he said to me, quote unquote, "You're not skinny, baby. You're bony." And I thought that he said something because my daddy said it. So I took my silly little simple self outside and told Tony, Mom, Daddy told me I'm not skinny, I'm bony. And all the kids started cracking up laughing. I had no idea that my daddy had nicely told me I was bony. I was so skinny that when I took a shower, I had to bend over to get the water out of my clavicle, out of my collarbone. That's how skinny I was. My mother took me to the doctor to make sure I didn't have a tapeworm because I was eating very well, but was not gaining a stitch of weight. My father told me I was like a Doberman Pinscher puppy. All of my joints, my knee joint, my elbow joints, they were actually bigger than the piece in between. My wrist, everything was big. And when I say skin and bones, it was literally that, skin and bones. The kids used to pick on me and call me 6 o'clock. When we go outside to play hide and seek, I could hide behind a telephone pole. 6 o'clock, literally, because the hands on the clock go up and down. They were like, look, y'all, there goes 6 o'clock. That's how skinny I was for years. The only way that you would find
I used to be skinny like that
was I've always had big feet. I wear a size 10 and a half, 11.
Ooh.
So if you look
I'm
down,
5'9", but I don't have big feet. I wear 8.5.
Yeah, you got little feet. If you look down on the ground and you saw my feet, that would probably be the only way that you would find me. And I've always had really long hair. My hair came down my back.
I always had real long hair too.
And so for me to now, at 58 years old, be, pleasingly plump, hey, 2 kids later, life and a car will definitely do it for you. I used to walk everywhere. My metabolism changed tremendously when I got married, had children, and had a consistent running car. So I don't take offense to being a heavy woman. I actually enjoy the fact that I get to make things for plus size women. My wearables are specifically focused on the plus size woman, because most people make stuff and then, it's hit or miss on whether the pattern really will fit, a 3X, 4X, 5X.
Well, yeah, I used to be skinny like that too, Momma J. So, but I only gained weight after I got out of high school, because a few years later, I started developing hips, not hips, but butt. And then when I got married, it really came out. And one of my friends seen me and she was like, God, where you get all that butt when you had it in high school? I'm like, I don't know, it just came out of nowhere. I don't know.
It didn't come out of nowhere, but that's for after 12 o'clock.
That ain't what it is. That's for being in love and married.
But thank you so very much, Divergent. I said I bring it all the way back. Thank you so very much. I never ever took offense. I appreciate the pretty face comment. I thank you. One day I'll share some more information with y'all about me. But one thing I do want to say, since we're talking about that, is I love a good lipstick. I think lipstick, for those of you who are doing or considering doing YouTube and want to show your face, because I hear a lot of people say that they go all in just for YouTube, and then when YouTube is over, they got to go wash all of that off their face. I thought I had to do that too. And believe me, I am a Mary Kay consultant, so I could beat my face with the best of them. Okay? But I don't think that's necessary. But a good lipstick, throw a little color on your lips, a little lip balm, put a little sheen on it. You'll be amazed at what that does.
Take me as I am. or don't take me at all.
Oh,
I'm just saying for those who feel compelled to put on a whole face full of makeup.
Yeah, I ain't
And
doing
is
all that.
and is allowing that to hinder them from doing their lives. Throw on some lipstick, put a little color on your lips and keep it pushing. It doesn't require, a whole, primer and foundation and shadow and eyelashes, because think about it. If you're going to be consistently doing this channel, do you want to be consistently doing that every day, especially if that's not something that you do every day? I don't have to beat my whole face every day before I walk out the door. I know there are some people who won't come out the bathroom without a face full of makeup. They won't go to the grocery store without a face full of makeup. Those are my favorite Mary Kay customers, by the way. But I'm not one of those people, and I don't have any harm to those who feel like that's what they feel they need to do. I'm just saying, if that's what's holding you back, if you think you want to do this and you think that you got to get made up every day, throw on a little bit of color and keep it pushing. Maybe a little rouge on your cheeks if that's what you think you need to do. A little something on your lips. That's it, and that's all. Hey, y'all, it's still 22 of you in the house that have decided you want to be here and hear what we're saying, I'm saying. I truly appreciate you all. I thank you so very much. Ladies, unless you have something else you want to add or something else you want to say, I have meds that I need to go take.
I'm gonna get down so you can say your goodbyes.
And
yes,
thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for having me up. It's great to hang out with everybody. Love you guys.
thank you.
Thank you. Love you too.
Take care.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
So like I was saying, y'all, I really appreciate y'all coming. I know there's a million other places that y'all could be, so I really appreciate y'all deciding to spend this time with me. I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. For those of you who may have missed last week, go back and check out my tips and tricks. I think you will find that some of that information out there was really helpful. Be on the lookout. There's some tutorials and a schedule going to be posted on my community channel. I am in the process of recording and editing videos so that I can start posting videos, and there'll be a schedule for that. And I'll see you next Saturday, God willing. And until then, remember, you got to take you everywhere you go. So love on yourself. Choose you. You ain't no good to none of the people who love you if you're not taking care of yourself. So with that, do you, boo? Y'all take care, and I'll see you all soon. Here's a big hug from Momma J. Smooches. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.